Kukuys have, right? Because if you look at the spells they have, this Mars Arena, this Phoenix, pre-BKB, you are really, really strong. Post-BKB, if they get to press BKB, because there's not really any big initiation other than Lion Hex, I think Mongolz do have a pretty good shot.
I'm just scared about what you were talking about the other, like literally just now, where I don't know whether Mongols have enough early pressure. What I see is an Earth Spirit who really wants to get going, right? And I don't know whether his supports are really the sort of companions that he wants. It's gonna have to be a very coordinated attempt between the Nyx and the Ench to try and enable this Earth Spirit. A very early sentry being placed out just to block the Ancients here. That's an interesting one. I wonder what that's for, because it's not even like there's really good stack farmers or anything. And does it even block? Did he miss?
No, it blocks. There's like a circle, right? So the circle touches the other circle.
Right. Okay.
They can definitely farm stacks together. So I think it's not the worst. I think it's not a... how do I put it? They can farm stacks, it's just kind of slow, right? But Armel and Cox definitely can just double it up. Interesting decision, considering it's not like they're playing against some Bristle or Timbersaw, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe they just studied a bunch of the Kukuys replays and saw
Cox.
that this is something they tend to do.
Getting old, a little slow on the clicks there. Cool. We'll get the rune.
Why you gotta flame him like that? He was showing you respect
Cox.
in the lobby chat. He said 3-4-3.
That's because I said something first.
What do you say?
I said Cox the Aurora Slayer.
It's true though.
Post 3 Cox equals Aurora Slayer. Post 4 Cox equals loose.
AQ God. People showing respect to Aumku. I think I've been pleasantly surprised by this player. I think coming out of Caterpillar / the other sort of Thigh Stacks essence, he hasn't necessarily impressed. He's obviously had some standout moments, but it's always a question of, when you go to that all Thigh Stack and you move out of it, is the language barrier going to be a bit of a problem? Are you going to integrate with the rest of the sort of Southeast Asia squads?
Look at Bob's chat. He has a Armel Armel picture in it, no? Isn't that Armel? On the I'm so bored.
Wait, that is... Yeah, what the heck? It's Armel with some sunglasses on. Bob versus Armel in the mid lane. Kukuys versus Mongolz. We have ourselves a bit of a banger, I fear. Let's see how this one goes. Any lanes in particular you want to look at? 3-4-3?
Mid lane, my friend.
Okay.
Bob versus Pinoy. How will he do? Will he cook or will he get cooked by the fiery hot Lina from Armel? Dude, this was like his signature hero back in the day. I remember Armel Lina, the GOAT.
I always think, whenever I think Armel Sniper, to be honest.
Armel what?
Sniper.
Sniper? Damn, bro. When was this?
Am I too young? Am I too young?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I've had a lot of generations of Armel.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of hard to believe. I mean, he's not even old, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's like...
not. I'm the old
like,
one.
so to say like, oh, I have so many generations of Armel. Yeah, because he started playing at like 12 or some shit.
8-0 versus Bob's 3-0 so far. Bob already getting spanked down. Roll?
I mean, he tries there. Yeah, but Armel is just being so annoying, constantly peppering in these auto attacks. I'm not really sure what Bob can do in this situation. Okay, well, Bob, he's having a miserable old time in here. What exactly can he?
His ball is coming out. Accept your fate.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm watching this with bated breath because I feel like Bob's gonna make like a small misstep and then he's just gonna die randomly.
I feel it too. Look at this, it hurts, man. Lina skill build to 103. Right click in away. Nice hero, Volvo.
Thank you, Volvo. Cool playstyle, Volvo. Get X, press 3 spells on one person, they insta die.
It does burn. Bob, where you going, brother? He
can't surf him through the river.
He has to roll back. Yeah.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
I'm not
I mean, he rolls back and then... Yeah, exactly. He rolls back and then what? He has to hide on the high ground. This is... Does he need help? Nice kickback, but it doesn't get into the tower, and it's not gonna matter. Armel can just out-trade him in this situation.
No fiery soul stacks though.
Okay.
No camera.
Glance at the other lanes. I'm not really sure. Come on, what do we do? Why do we want to watch Castaway, huh?
It's just Enchantress, man. I've seen this guy play his hero 500 times by now.
And you haven't seen Armel play Lina like 8,000 times?
I feel Armel's just been like... Every time I watch his stream, he's playing Lash or Pango.
Yeah.
I haven't watched in a while though, but... Clearly a veteran Lina player.
Fair.
Oh, roll.
Roll forward.
Is this
Kick back
it?
into tower. Okay, this could be a moment. Bob finding the opportunity here, chasing down the Lina, and first blood is drawn. Bob, he had to wait a full 3 minutes to make that move, but finally connects on the kick, and the tips come through.
Yeah, nice first blood for Kishka too. So closer to Arcane Boots. We see top lane. Not checked it out, but probably a lot of pulling shenanigans going on. Nick's just that kind of hero. You know, you're gonna pull the wave, you're gonna mana burn a big creep, because why not?
Yeah.
Let's just give this Nyx Assassin the ability to one-shot any neutral creep.
Hey, I'll have you know it's no longer called Mana Burn, okay? It's called Mind Flare. 3
I'm
for 3. Keep
sorry.
up with the times, man.
You are right.
He's not just burning their mana, he's flaring their minds, whatever the hell that
I
means.
apologize. Ponyo yoinks the water rune. Bob gonna take some damage here. Uses the roll. Ponyo can channel his Z-Freak.
Honestly, that was a really nice move, because I think generally as the position 5, you're just kind of chilling up there, trying to protect your carry. But I don't think he's really doing much up there, right? Like, it's not like they can threaten JG.
His carry's been chilling up here, bro. 10 denies, 19 CS. They picked the TB early. Now you know why. The insanity.
I mean, you say chilling, but he has meta up and he's being kind of forced away by JG right now, who is committing.
JG's in
Kishka's
trouble,
wrapping
isn't he?
around. Jewel is here. I don't know who exactly is in trouble. Meta ends, so everybody is actually fine.
Nobody is in trouble. That's the answer.
Nobody's
we
in
have
trouble.
the 3v3, 2v3 top lane right now, while Jewel is just chasing JG.
They have
nice
vision thanks to the
stun.
illusion. Yeah, JG is the one in trouble, it turns out. Nice grenade. Ponyo chasing down, channeling his inner Z-Freak, like you said, landing all those fire spirits, and gets himself a nice kill for it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cox is abandoned because of this Lion TP. Pretty much free farm though, Armel.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch times 2.
So Cox is actually having a brilliant time down here, 27 to 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a
Mars.
Spectre and Enshroid. They're not gonna kick you out of lane. Mars pretty scared of heroes that kind of jump on you and punish you, but... I'm joking. It's not a hero thing. It's just Cox. It's just better.
it?
It's just better.
He's just built different. He slayed Aurora today. He's gonna slay Mongolz next.
It is. I expect this Mars to go 8-0 and 5 this game.
Wow, that's a highly specific number. Any reason for that? Roll in the mid lane. Armel kicked away. What the hell is going on?
Ponyo?
Dive in from Ponyo. Nice little double stun. They Laguna onto the high ground. Bob pops a little fairy fire, trying to live on. That last bit of damage won't be enough, and Bob is able to walk this one off.
Kishka gets a
Trying to
haste
contest for the
too.
rune, but Kishka's the one who gets the haste rune. Trying to get the centaur in position, but not able to get ahead of that Lina thanks to the fiery soul stacks. Kishka almost just dies there.
Ponyo
Not too bad.
Refill. Still level 2 on the Phoenix though. I don't know if
Yeah,
this
what-
style of play is gonna favor them or not. So TB gets a lot of levels from this, right? Because he's alone up here, but I don't know if you want your Phoenix to be so low level. Oh, Armel.
Slowing Armel, the centaur gets in position, stomp out, and level 6, Bob letting the magnetize rip there. Armel doesn't have a
Bob's in
Laguna,
trouble.
but able to just right click down Bob. They get the kill on the Earth Spirit before the Lina goes down. Nice bit of EXP for Ponyo. Kishka with the stun, able to trade out. Phoenix goes down as well. Ends up being a 2-for-2 trade in the favor of Kukuys thanks to that Lina dying later.
No one said Wisdom Runes. I want to see Abad send an illusion here. Oh, look at Amku.
Oh, I'm cool.
Little caterpillar boy. Steal in
Come
the room.
on. Reaping up the little well there, gets a wisdom rune for his troubles.
That's
And these-
pretty painful for Kukuys, right? Because Ponyo's level 3.
Yeah.
And now
You
Castle
already talked about the style of play that we're adopting here with the Phoenix, and Phoenix is a hero that really needs those levels, dog.
He'll probably get a lane at some point. But Castaway is level 5 now. Probably, I think he got both EXPs. Because Amku took one and he was low level, and then he took the top rune himself, so... Double level 5 on the supports now. Level 3 creep. I don't know if Kukuys can actually deal with this.
Well, they have a ward spotting out this movement, so very nice vision being planted by the Kukuys supports there. I don't know whether it matters though. It feels like this Lina's just gonna get chased away. Jewel,
Level 6
subject of a
Spectre.
shadow step. Armku,
Thank you
very,
to that
very nice
Wisdom
move
rune.
so far.
Did the Mongol special. Castaway and just... Grief mid lane.
Yeah, real. I mean, Bob can have a little bit of an off game. It doesn't matter. Castaway's still gonna come in. Still gonna ruin the enemy mid laner's time. They TP in on the Mars, trying to catch Bob, but Cox is a bit too far away.
I don't know if you can kill
Can't
him.
even get an arena. This is such a waste of everybody's time on Kukuys.
And Bob is out there. Meanwhile,
4 heroes to the mid lane do absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, like you said, Amku farming. JG farming.
Arena Armel's
Try onto the
tipping.
Spectre though. Spear back.
Oh.
Amku with the dodge. Still has the Lotus and nice stick charges as well. But Jewel here to stop him. No more TPs for the rest of Mongols to help their carry. And Amku sticking around a bit too long though.
How can you miss your Spear, Cox? After
He gets the
all
kill
that
anyway.
hype
Don't be
I
so
gave you.
harsh.
It's the warm-up, it's the warm-up.
Yeah. He didn't play his round of overthrow just now. He didn't have time. He was busy slaying Aurora, mind you.
That's true. No Mars in the Aurora game. You know, top tower goes down a bit. Completely abandons the lane. Mode jungle. Level 8. Top network for Interblade. Oh, I see her Haunt. Onto Armel.
Shadow step. They found Armel in the triangle. How did they get the vision of that? Was it just Kishka finding him with a vendetta?
Yeah,
It must
Kiska
have been.
walked in. You see the power of the next Spectre. The global
It's starting to become a
assassination.
very frustrating game, I must say, for Armel. He's been a little bit away from the Boots of Travels for a while now. Oh, but if they get another kill onto this Spectre, that's going to be huge. Amku started to get punched down by the Metamorphosis, and oh no, Spectre going down a second time there. That is not a good look. Hawks,
1-0-1
Slayer of Amku as well.
on his way to the 8-0-5 scoreline.
Okay. Flip it and ship it. 343's made his prediction.
This will be tower pressure. Catapult spawning as well. I wonder if Mongols will respond to this because roll is up. You know, Cox is pretty low on mana. Yep, here's the smoke down.
Do you think they have to respond to this? I mean, it feels like
It's
can't
good
give
to
this up
fight.
for free.
It's definitely good to fight with roll. Cox.
They heard you. Rolling
Oh
Thunder,
no.
looking for
My
Cox.
8-0-5 prediction. Cox, run!
Cox, you gotta keep it alive, buddy. You can't die here.
Oh, the
343's
kick, he
gotta-
missed! He kicked the Spectre!
Does it matter? Oh no.
It does not matter.
8, 1, and 5. We'll go. We can go with that. I can
God
forgive a
damn it,
couple
Cox.
extra. Oh, Kishka. There's a shadow step. Bye bye, Armel. Mind flared. Not even needed. Just give it over to Aumku. Good discipline there from Kishka. And Armel goes down again. This is just the Mongols that we have come to know and love. As soon as they make a move in the bot lane, Kishka goes through the twin gates, makes a rotation over to where Armel thought he was the safest.
Armel does not have a game after a laning phase.
What are we thinking here? Like, what is the sort of plan? Because for right now, Kukuys, it looks like their only real sort of warrior on the front lines is Cox on this Mars, right? He's been doing well for the team. Everybody else has kind of been suffering. Ponyo's still at that level 5, no egg just yet. Still try to pressure down this bot lane. But how do Kukuys carve an opening for themselves back into this game, you think?
I think what they're doing is right. Armel's just gonna be farming away. TB connects with meta, and these 3 players can just pressure wherever they want. They are the kill squad. Also don't really want Cox to get griefed. His dagger is super important in this game. Kind of their only initiation until Jewel gets his much later.
That's fair.
Top
Ops
lane,
making good
just
progress
setting up.
towards there. Ooh, some pings come out.
Nope,
What was that about?
farming time. Interesting TP. I guess there's nothing much to do on the map. Just gonna soak up some EXP here. Kishka hunting again. Armel, is he gonna find Armel again?
No, Kishka.
No, don't go for Ponyo. Not worth it,
Who
not
cares
worth
about
it,
this
not worth
Phoenix?
it.
Who cares about this Phoenix? But I guess you just want to give Aumku as many kills as possible. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. As long as you're using this just Vendetta off cooldown, it's still gonna be a net positive. With all that said though, Densanity is the one at the top of the net worth. He's doing a great job farming up on the Terrorblade and keeping himself out of harm's way.
Has this been a 100% kill rate so far on the Vendetta? I think it has.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's messed up a single Vendetta. Basically, yeah, all 9 kills is Nyx. It's been banned for a reason. That's all I gotta say.
Nyx Spectre. Different kind of beast. It's like having a Dagon without Dagon.
Yeah, that's true.
Bob's
Get Aumku
going
towards
in.
his items. Look for Ponyo, still no level 6.
Oh, is he
But
gonna
has a
live?
dive away, will get slow though. Do they want to commit under the tier 2? That is risky.
Look at these
Not
wars
gonna make
top
them move.
for Kukuys. Double observer, 1 sentry, and look at the sentries on their side of the map too. Just Kishka's in their head, man.
It's a lot of economical damage that might not immediately register, but in about 5 to 10 minutes, when you see both supports still not having any items, that's when they'll clock. So many sentries used just to protect this area to farm, and it's not even that, you know, Armel is making a great recovery. That said though, Bob is somehow the one suffering the most. He had a rough laning stage, but he's found himself involved in some of these kills. Still not doing too well in terms of farm though. Oh, getting found.
Oh.
Nicely done. Then Sanity, the one to pick up that kill as well. Good timing to protect that Wisdom Rune.
80% now. Just because he used Vendetta. And Sandy has a shard queued up, so going for more of a farming build. It's a bit more common, you know, you get to send more illusions out, always full HP too. Jewel's TPing top, they want to set up on JG here.
What does the shard build tell you though? Because if he's still going more farm, does that mean Kukuys don't want to fight for quite a while longer?
I think it's more like his job this game is to push out waves, right? And connect to fights. So he wants to be able to push out waves, which shards does help with. Demon Zeal, you just kinda cross map faster, your illusions go a bit faster. Because if you look at their heroes, no one really wants to show on waves, right? Against this next assassin. Cox and the double support is kind of the gang squad. Phoenix is gonna dead lane once in a while. Armel's probably gonna just have travels and look to play his own game.
Speaking of the travels, it is up already. Armel now working towards that Aghanim Scepter. JG has actually gone for an Echo Saber, so a bit more of a scaling build. It's what we've come to expect from this player. Smoke up
hold on,
behind
big
Insanity.
smoke.
He'll break the smoke onto Cox. If they can burst down this Pango, it'll be huge, but there's Egg protecting him for now. Arena wall come up, but Cox goes down. Spear away the Spectre, dropping low now.
They get
Can they
Aumku.
find the burst? Armel, they need to Laguna him down, but they don't have enough damage, even with the Sunder. And Bob in with a huge Magnetize, connecting onto Densanity.
You can chase here.
This
yes,
was
Echo.
not the fight for Kukuys, even with the egg, it doesn't end up paying off. Insanity trying to slice down onto Bob, but way too tanky on these heroes, and the Terrorblade's gonna go down. Looks like Juba will fall as well. Just an amazing team fight from the side of Mongolz. They collapse completely, and they lose nobody.
Just the tankiness of their heroes, the initiation onto Cox too, just not letting him land his spells first. Bob kiting out the fight, and the double blade mail too, so it was really hard to pour any damage into the heroes from Armel. Man, that
I was a bit confused
so
as to why
convincing.
Aumku didn't go for that Orchid, but I guess this Blade Mail really paying off big time.
Yeah, you mentioned in the earlier series, like once Lina has Flame Cloak, he doesn't care about Blade Mail too much, but Armel only has an Ogre Axe right now. Blade Mail still a pain in the ass, and Mongolz, that was such a convincing fight.
I mean, what went wrong there for them? Was it just that Cox was caught out on the front line? I mean, who else is supposed to front line?
I think they're just a little too tanky right now. Not enough damage, maybe.
Ooh, kicking the corpse of the dead bird. That is cruel.
Get the heals in from Castaway too. Carapace coming out. Bob and JG just very tanky at the moment.
Didn't mention the Glimmer Cape on the Enchantress as well. Ishka, with all the kills he's been involved in, finished up a Dagon, so many additional stats for these supports in comparison to the Kukuy supports, who, like we said, very far behind in terms of the economy, just because of all the sentries they've been
Kishka.
buying so far. Kishka might have just found a
Sees
way bigger
Armel.
target. Once Armel, no Shadow Step. You see him with the sentry, blocked despite Carapace, but misses on the stun. Kishka Doesn't find his mark there. Bob doesn't want to chase in any deeper, knows that there's a tier 1 there. Kukuys, they will get out with their lives this time round.
They get a Cox TP down here. Kick Armel out a little bit, but look at Cox, he's gonna gate top. I wonder if they'll... Can they find anyone up here? They have a very nice lane ward, but the way GG and Castaway are playing are more away from the gate and towards the right side.
Yeah.
Drops an
They're actually
ward
going
too.
even deeper. Now Castaway will show himself, but this is awkward now because JG is in the line of fire. Might just get caught out if he's not careful. Rolling Thunder
nice
manages
roll.
to get it off. Are you serious? JG should be able to get out. Doesn't even need to TP out. Just rolls all the way back to safety. It's a Lotus for his troubles.
2k HP. Pretty tanky, almost at the eggs actually, 1.5k away. A lot of scaling
Really?
coming out from all these heroes.
Yeah, I like this build coming out from Pango a lot actually. I heard a... What was that shadow step? Just trying to dive Armel in there? Whoa, okay.
He's fine. But again,
This
this
guy reaching through the tier 2, my goodness.
Lina not looking too good this game. Kishka's net worth 1k behind. Armel, I'm not sure if you can have the game you want even if this X does come out. Kishka? Gonna find Ponyo here. Nope.
I'm gonna try and skirt around the sentries.
Screwed, screwed.
I mean, he's gonna run into some vision. The spots will see him now. Let's him out. That's Kishka showing on the wall.
Though?
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have a blink. Kishka, surely you know they see you now. A little bit awkward. Immediately pings out the vision. Then Sanity gets himself a bit of a freebie there.
Small wins. More map for Armel to play, but Bob is setting up. Armel reads it. Back to Ancient. So game plan for Kukuys right now is farm, play away from Armel. Try to let him get to his eggs. Needs to recover. 75% at 20 minutes. That's quite high.
Do you think Kukuys need to wait for this Mars BKB before they can actually try and fight? Or do you think they should try and find some pickoffs now? Because
Just need
it feels like
vision to
Mongolz... Okay. Well, they're playing in the area where they have the most vision. They're sending these Terrorblade illusions to push the top lane. Ward's littering the area as well. No one's there. I mean, look at where Mongolz are on the map. Just
Look at
completely
where
split up.
Kishka is.
Oh, Kishka.
Oh my god, is he gonna find Armel? There's a sentry
kidding?
here, but
There's a sentry.
oh my god, Armel goodbye.
Okay, well, that was a nicely timed LSA, but it doesn't matter. Armel just being hunted down. He had a lot to say in that previous series into Aurora, of course, that being his former team, but maybe suffering a bit from the Bob effect. Had some additional buffs because he was going against his former team, but now, against Mongolz, I don't recall Armel ever being part of this lineup, so it's not looking too hot.
Bob's doing pretty well. He has the BKB now, overtaking Armel in net worth for quite a while actually. So we said like he was low on net worth, nothing really happening, but that one fight really just helped his game push forward. And BKB now complete, and Radiance, they're just hitting a really strong timing on Mongolz.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You know, this whole lineup from Mongolz is designed to sort of play around this Nyx Assassin and Armku with the solo pickoff, right? Do you have any sort of read as to why they've gone for this Blade Mail Radiance build instead of something like an Orchid, a bit more right-clicky?
I think he just doesn't need the Orchid to kill anyone, right?
Dire's bottom tower.
I guess so.
Damage, scaling, oh, wall lane, castaway. Oh, I've seen this before. Can they even kill
Found
him?
a support. Ishka's there as well. Doesn't want to run into this mess though.
He's dead.
The
Rampus
rest of
comes
Mongolz are trying to join this fight. They go on to Jewels. It was used to preserve Ponyo a bit earlier. They will lose the second
Armku.
support, and now Armku is in a lot of trouble. Where's the rest of the team?
There's
Bob trying to
Bobby.
salvage with a roll. Double rolls coming in, bailing out Armku. Still will get speared down though. But JG, if the Aghanims complete, all things considered, it's a pretty decent fight for Kukuys if they can get out on this last hero, able to TP out on the Mars.
That was closer than I thought it would be. Amku goes in a little too fast, doesn't come back out, ends up getting arena, but his team was coming in. Bob on cleanup duty. Oh, is he gonna get Armel?
Middle tower is under
No real follow-up.
Dire's
Flame Cloak available now, so the Blade Mail isn't going to be that much of a factor. He
takes the rune.
Are you serious? Mel just slides out of trouble.
Radiant's
Gets an 80 for his efforts, so high burst potential now. Eggs online, 80 rune in the bottle. No meta and no outs for the Mars Phoenix though, so probably gonna chill a little while. But glimmers of hope here and there.
Kukuys, talk to me about this build-up. Densanity is going for a BKB. So he's gone Dragonlance, trying to max out his stats. And now the BKB, is this some sort of timing that Kukuys want to hit and fight?
I think it's just too hard for him to hit anyone with the roll, with the blade mails, with the carapace. Bot lane Cox.
Cox in some trouble. Hasn't finished his BKB yet. 100 gold off from it and Ponyo can't save him.
Nice kick.
Looking at the Phoenix as well, but they're not too sure about that 8 cooldown, so they won't commit any further for it.
His ward on the hill so big for Mongolz. Oh, Castaway sets up on
Castaway
Armel.
finds Armel, Flame Cloak away, but there's Armku to the left. Where can he run? Trying to get up to the high ground, but JG's all over him. Trying to juke as much as you can there, but Armku has you blocked up in a corner. A bit of a laguna of frustration. Castaway, not sure how he's found the Lina just all by herself, but again, Armel has had a really, really rough game.
Castaway has a pipe flying out. I mentioned how unkillable this Ench is, and
Dire's middle tower
honestly he's pretty damn unkillable right now, Kishka. Seems to be the only one dying. Well, looking for his hunts.
I don't even think these are necessarily bad deaths, right? He's just creating so much space,
Yeah,
and every
it's
time he's
fine.
dying, he's like in some butt crack corner of the map that Kukuys don't even want to play in anyway.
Yeah, all good. Kind of baiting in TPs. Obviously, don't want to die too much, but I think he has had enough impact already.
Yeah.
Alright, back to the BKB. I think without BKB, it feels like Pango Roll and Blade Mails are just too much. There's like 2 Blade Mails, Pango Roll, Carapace. They can't really hit anyone down, right? So kind of forced into this build.
I think the biggest sort of question mark for me this game is the build that JG has gone for. He's had basically a very free game on this offlane Pango. I feel like most of the time when you see the offlane Pango, you're just kind of inclined to think that maybe he's going to go a bit more for the auras, maybe play for the setup of the team. He's gone full scale. Look at what he has queued up. He's looking at the Skadi now, just only changing it to a special, which I think makes a lot more sense.
I think you just want the HP, right? And Rolling Thunder scaling. I know Diffuser is nice, but this is not really a game where you get to swashbuckle around. Mongolz
true.
are holding the ward here. It's going to be smoke on smoke action. Double BKB for Kukuys.
Oh, the smoke. Cox has a blink dagger. It's gonna
Breaks.
break. In the middle of the lane, Bob gonna roll in first. Connection onto Cox, as we saw before, but Cox gonna pop that BKB now. Onyo trying to do his best to clear the vision on the side and swoop back out to safety. JG
So you have to be
trying
careful
to
here.
find
They
a
can
target.
jump.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that this roll is ending means that it's Kuku's prime time to strike. He needs to get on out of here. He can't jump out of the
Cox is in
arena.
trouble.
And now, Kishka trying to save this poor Pango, but JG no way out of here. The offlane duo will fall and the egg is committed. Mongolz, no way of winning that fight after the roll is already done. Shades of that Aurora game that we watched the other day.
Yeah, not expecting the BKB from Cox. Manages to just walk away. JG commits the roll. Goes in a little too deep. And a nice catch by Cox there at the tail end. Not allowing JG to blink out.
We didn't really talk about him this much this game. But I believe Mongolz might be having a bit of a Densanity problem. He is top of the net worth, top of the CS, basically barely killed, only died twice in the early stage of the game. And I don't really know how they kill him now. They'll try, but it's an easy Sunder BKB out. That was a little bit awkward, but still preserves his life, I guess.
It's fine. They don't want any fights now though. But Roche is gonna come into play soon. 26 minutes in, not even one Roche killed yet. Pretty uncommon. But I guess both teams, it's just kind of hard to find a pit, right? For Mongolz, they need the Manta and Spectre. And for Kukuys, they just have really a shit ton of team fight. Manta is flying out and Mongolz are angling towards the Roche pit right now.
The question is whether Mongolz can actually stick around the Roche pit if Kukuys come along, right? There's the BKBs, there's a team fight that you mentioned, and they actually fight on in this area.
They can, but Roche dies pretty fast, Desolate. Spectre, one of the better heroes at doing this. Yeah, they're not gonna make it in time.
It's so weird. Is it that they didn't know this was happening or they just weren't prepared? Because surely you gotta expect the Spectre's gonna waltz in there somehow. But Aegis now for Armku. Basically free.
It's
They aren't.
just a product of Dansanity using his BKB, right? Not a real fight they could have taken, but they can still hold the area up here. You look at them posturing up.
Dual shows on the way, Ponyo in the area as well. The awkward thing so
see
far about
Kishka.
Mongolz is it's mostly been
Triple
Kishka on the
TPs,
catch.
look at this.
Oh yeah, they hate this guy. Understandably, oh my god.
5 TPs, my god. Is that really
That
necessary?
Laguna Blade was personal.
It
Let's be
was.
real.
It was. Surprised there are no tips yet.
No XD from Observer. Shout out to KC, by the way, our Observer. Lovely fella. You know, just now, early on in the game, he was just kind of watching Castaway. Yeah, he's just showing some bias to his South African brother. Can't blame him though. But I mean, with the way the game is currently going, it seems like Mongols are in the driver's seat. But with the recent events, especially with the space that Kukuys have afforded themselves, these BKBs are going to be huge. Not really sure whether Mongols can find that same success in the fight if they choose to take another 5-on-5.
I feel like Kukuys are the one in a good spot right now. I mean, I know Spectre has Aegis, but it feels like Mongols cannot really go further and like they can't dive towers. The team fights are not straightforward. There's not a lot of damage coming out. They kind of need to kill supports, but it's also not the easiest. Unless maybe Kishka gets a blink.
So what's the move here? Do you just keep smoke moving up and Kishka moving on the map until you find something useful?
Hold on, big
Rolling
fight.
Thunder, trying to break into Ponyo. All you
Oh
find
my
is the
God.
support. You need a bit more than that. Ponyo just explodes. Rolling Thunder already used, and the rest of the cores, the more important heroes on Kukuys, escape to the wins. I mean, okay,
wanna counter
there's a
smoke.
support kill.
No roll.
Them on Cox as well, so they know for sure that these moves
Kishka.
are not going to be spotted. Kishka, what in the shit is he doing here? Gonna get hexed up. The rest of the team trying to collapse in. JG on the sidelines, no roll, but can he do the damage? Bob forced to pop the BKB. Question is,
are
where
you?
is Armku? No shadow step for another 4 seconds. JG trying to escape here.
They want to
Playing
choose Jewel.
4-star Hex. Do they have a way to come into this fight? Armku jumping in onto Jewel. They immediately finger down the
Armku's in
Pango.
trouble.
But so much damage being reflected. That's the first life of the Spectre gone. They managed to trade it out for the Lina though. TP back in from Ponyo. Has the egg available. Cox with the nice blink away though.
Bob's
Juking
chasing.
away from Bob. And the Sunder is there. Dansanity.
I don't know if
He
you
has
can
to
fight
watch
this
himself.
Dansanity.
Yeah, this Terrorblade still has a Manta available, but what else do you have? Ponyo might just have to commit the egg on the low ground, but not enough chase without their Nyx and their Pango. They'll give up on it for now. I think overall, that was not too bad of a fight for Mongols, considering the fact that they didn't even have roll.
And they lose Armel, but I think it kind of works out, right? Like a lot of BKB is used. And again, Dansanity does not drop down. Mongols lose Aegis too. So we saw how much damage Dispersion does. Might want to consider a Silver Edge on Abad here later on. So his gem on Cox has been super value. Few D-wards, just able to find Kishka, stop him from coming in. Might want to consider a blink on the Nyx right now.
Yeah. Looking towards that Aeon Disc as the immediate response. I mean, he's just been eating so many spells, I can understand his thought process. How do Mongols sort of find a situation for themselves there? Because right now it just feels like JG, the second he commits that role, if it's what we said with the Pango. You commit the role, if you're not getting 2-3 core kills, it's not a good fight for you.
It feels like Bob just... They have Pango... Maybe Pango Basher is a good way to deal with the BKBs. He is pretty close to it. Bob has his Shivas complete. They have good scaling on their heroes. It's just the BKBs are really annoying against what they currently have, but maybe Basher will fix that.
Ench is going full aura unkillable mode.
Oh, Kishka
Smoke up from
melee.
Kukuys. Kishka is going to die again. They actually shadow step in a little bit. That's just a little bit of debate. Ku just being annoying there, trying to threaten supports and make them shit their pants. I know I would.
They want to go in here, Cox. Ooh,
Try.
smelt
Wise
him.
to it.
Castaway's running in here.
I bet Mars is really smelly. That's all. I don't think that guy showers. I'll be real with you.
Okay. Well, I'm cool. Nope, just playing around.
it's kind of hard to commit into the line because he can just turn around and mana drain away most of those illusions that you're trying to scare him with.
He has the force staff too, so
Yeah.
I don't know if this eggs is what you need on Mongolz. I feel like the Spectre has to scale. He is going for Nullifier next. I feel like it's really important that whoever goes on dies. I think this egg says like, oh, Bob and JG will carry the team fight. I just need to give vision and kind of look for my chance.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of is the ideal team fight here for the Mongols? Like, what's the picture that they need to paint for themselves here?
Roll
I
in.
have to hold that thought because Amku, under threat of Cox, but do you really want to go? Okay, so you roll in. I guess in an ideal world, you kill the Lina and you control the TB. And then the supports get mogged by Spectre or something like that.
Yeah, Mars and Lina are the two biggest kills, I think. It's hard to full the 0 TB, I think, with the pipe and arena.
You care much about the supports, or is Egg something you just ignore right now?
I think you can kill one hero and get out in time before it pops. They have a lot of damage on their heroes.
Well, what about Kukuys? We're probably about to see this team fight. How do Kukuys want to play this team fight?
I think as long as Kukuys start on one hero, the hero dies.
Okay.
Even
It's all about the initiation there.
Yeah,
Who's going to get the connection on who?
It does feel that way. Like, look at JG, it's probably the highest priority, especially with this basher being done. If they can get him. He has the roll up though, so they need to be a bit careful.
A bit of a weird movement coming out from both teams. They are just cutting across here on Kukuys all the way to the north. The Roach isn't going to come up for another 1.5 minutes, so maybe just expecting a straggler to be farming up here, try to de-push the wave. They situated themselves up here in the top lane. Meanwhile, Mongolz being very, very careful in their opponent triangle of all places. Now all through the Twin Gates, go down to the bot side.
I think the smoke was nice because they get to put TB illusions top and then they use the gate, right? So two side lanes, TB illusions just constantly going in. And now they get to choose which side they want to play on for Rosh. Because Rosh is spawning in 1 minute, obviously the teams don't know that, but they can just go back top anytime for this dire Roshan. And this wave is pretty hard for Mongols to deal with as long as our players on Kukuys don't show.
Yeah. Nice bit of map play there coming out from Kukuys. The question is, how do Mongols choose to respond? Tier 2 tower under threat, then Sanity popping that Metamorphosis, which is a pretty big commitment. So it's just about whether Mongols want to fight. But surely after you see the meta, you're not desperate to run into this TB. They'll try and trade out for the tier 2 tower instead.
Are they going to force high ground here? It's kind of scary.
I mean, they've set up the vision. They have the illusions. Insanity actually walking over to the mid lane with a Shadow Blade.
He's gonna deal with the wave, meanwhile no one really stays bot. Wisdom Moon coming out, Tormentor, and I think Silver Edge and Roshan. These are like the two items that they're waiting for right now.
I am so worried. I don't know about you, but I personally am so worried about this Terrorblade. He looks monstrous right now. I don't really know how they kill him. In fact, he's chosen to omit a couple of levels in the reflection, only leaving it at level 1 just to go all stats.
Oh, hold on.
He is powered up to the max.
He's gonna run under a ward soon. Castaway's gonna see him. Do they have detection?
Castaway sees him. He sees Castaway channeling this damn outpost. A bit of a weird rendezvous there. Steals the illusion just to get some more ghost fish going now.
Yeah, yoink.
Yoink.
His ward is huge. They need to be a bit more aware. Then Sandy on lane duty has the Silver Edge flying out to him, so pretty ready to battle, I'll say. Meanwhile, the rest of Kukuy is slowly taking back the top side of the map. They know Roshan should be out soon.
Yeah, who kills Terrorblade in these fights, Adam? Because
JG.
sure as hell
Spectre.
is not the Spectre, right? It has to be JG, I guess.
It's JG, Spectre, and Castaway, I think. But where's the layer part? Oh, initiation onto Cox.
They get the connection on the Mars, but he can't get out of here. The BKB,
Oh, no,
he's
Ponyo.
surviving for now. The Insanity on the front line slices up the Nyx and pops the BKB to start dueling into Armku. But they've already lost 2 members. Jewel looking Nyx on the chopping block here. A nice roll forward. That initiation was just a bit too clean coming out from Mongolz. They make that Mars disappear, and now Armel on the high ground has to just retreat there.
Man, Cox, you cannot show like that. That's not the hero you want to get gone on. That's your team fight. He got off a pretty nice arena at the end, but Ponyo went down as well before getting out the egg. Trying to pipe and Sunray, just trying to save his boy. Mongols, they are praying for Rosh to be up, but It does favor Kukuys a little here. 30 seconds, matching the Mars respawn timer.
It's going to be up here in this top lane as well, which means it's a very easy outpost for the Dire to TP to and set up around. However, if vision is already around this area for Mongolz, it will be a lot easier for them to take a fight. Last thing you want to do is walk into a rolling thunder. You have Terrorblade Illusions to scout it out.
Kinda scared to go out now. No more gem for Kukuys. That's super annoying. Didn't really see who picked it up.
Radiant are scanning.
The item check, Bob with the gem. Ox still has his own though. It's the one bought by Ponyo, so each team holding on to their own gem are trying to contest around the Roche that has respawned. The difficulty is, even if Mongols go into the pit and start it, the Raw will alert Kukuys. This could be the fight here. Cox, he can't be the one on the front line revealing. Rolling Thunder coming in already. Nyx connecting, but bumped onto the low ground. That's awkward. Then Sanity. They need to try and focus on this TB, but they've already lost Kishka. JG trying to do his best to control the heroes on the side of Kukuys. The arena comes up, but Omku on the tail of this mask will just slice him down. Bob finding the supports. The buybacks. The Insanity desperately try to hit onto anyone. Will find Bob finally. Can you stick around in this fight any longer? Amku covered by the Glimmer Cape of Castaway. Nicely done. They can't even afford to punch into this edge. They're trying to ignore as much as possible. Look at JG. Laguna reflected, but it doesn't matter. With the buybacks coming out from Kukuys, they will win the fight.
Alright, so I guess buybacks were the solution. Ponyo again goes down without using egg, but I guess it doesn't matter because this Terrorblade, like you said, who is killing him? Densani has a full Daedalus waiting for him after this Roshan. Just needs the Demon Edge, and I don't know if you can ignore this TB as much anymore once these crits start coming out.
I mean, the question is, who's even going to kill him, right? Because it just feels like Mongols, they have...
Cool. Alright. Let's try and go for an Aegis steal. Almost got it. Cox forced to pick it up.
Quick fingers there. Not so old after all.
Jewel hunting. I like that they gave Mars the Aegis. He did use buyback. I think it's also a really important part of their team fight. Then Sanity, sure he's really strong, but he's not really dying.
This Terrorblade hero has really looked convincing today. Just... I still don't see the like... Bob, Kishka... They're just ignoring Castaway. They're focusing down JG. Amku doesn't do enough damage to actually threaten these important heroes anymore. He has to spend so much just to kill Cox.
They need the 25 for Spirit.
I guess so, but these fights are getting so hard for Mongols.
Yep. Kukuys, they smell blood. Might run into Amku here. Nope, he's out of there.
It's our dodge.
Has been killed.
Oh. I don't know, this off-lane Pango hasn't really felt as good as it should, especially for the game that JG's had. I mean, he is doing well on the net worth. Looking at that nullifier now, but it's just not enough in these team fights.
It's really just this damage that this team is able to pour into these fights. Cox, he might find JG here. Oh my god.
Oh, what? Hello? Did he see JG or not? What's going on?
They want to go on Insanity? No, he goes on Cox.
Trying to get the connection on
Yes,
Cox, but
Egg
who
is
is
low.
following up? There's Egg right in the middle. They just blow up Kishka. Nick's not in the fight, can buy back.
Yes,
With the Egg, they should want to disengage. BKB use already on Bob and the roll as well. Nothing to be found there, just the Egg usage. Still have the arena. Still have
that
Cox with his
initiation?
BKB. I honestly have no clue.
On
I mean,
the Aegis
Amku
target
didn't even
too?
come in for that one, and now they have the Roche banner coming down, protecting the creeps. You need to come up with something, Mongols, because this is not looking good. Your rags are dropping.
back.
Cox will try and spear back Castaway. Here comes
Reduce
JG in the
in.
middle of so many heroes. It's a lot of damage.
Nice hex bar
Oh,
now.
he is gonna get blown up. JG just goes down. Now they will kill off the Phoenix, but has a buyback to reconnect with the team.
Second
Arena coming up now. Bob in some trouble. BKB already used. Sunder comes out. I'm not sure onto what, but Amku, he's actually reflecting so much damage and will kill off Cox the first time. Not sure
There's
whether
a
Kukuys
second
want to stick
Sunder
around for
here.
this one. The roll Gonna be denied by the BKB and all the break onto the
my
Spectre.
God,
The Sunder
Amku.
onto the Spectre. Amku has to force away onto Amel, jaunting
bounce
around
around.
between his illusions, trying to juke out of here.
my God,
But he's
Amku.
in the middle of all the heroes and Kishka can't bail him out. Amku goes down, but they do get Amel. And then Sanity dropping low as well. They get the Terrorblade.
Dire's bottom
I mean, Amku, that was a bit of a messy fight, but the confusion pays off. And he ends up buying enough time for the rest of Mongolz to clean up there.
Oh my god, just so much chaos. The Spectre is bouncing around. No one could really hit him. He was like 100 HP for 5 seconds, I want to say. Ends up buying
They were
enough
like-
time for Kishka to just come in, get the pick off onto Armel, and Bob with the cleanup onto the Insanity too.
Dude, this TB used 3 Sunders in
I
that
mean, it's
fight.
25, right? So
Yeah, but I mean, it's still not enough, so I'm surprised that they were even able to kill the TB, to be honest. I guess it's just a Spectre AoE damage.
it is this blade mail, this dispersion, so ridiculous. Cox goes down twice too with the Aegis. Had no mana for the spear. Might have been a different fight otherwise. Is these fights where
Kukuys were the ones in control. I didn't expect that they'd be able to win such a convincing defense there.
It's when the supports go down, right? They lack control and they're able to like kind of play around the fights. Castaway with the AD runes could start poking high ground.
He doesn't care. This Castaway Enchantress is a real treat to watch, I must say. They don't want to buy back on Kuku's cause here. And Mongolz, knowing that, just trying to push the issue as much as possible.
JG has Nullifier, so this is really nice. Gives them a bit more kill potential onto the supports. 4 stuff obviously cannot come out.
Dude, the start of that fight was so rough. They literally threw every single spell on JG and he got blown up. Somehow Mongolz still able to find a favorable situation in that fight.
I wonder what made him buy this Nullifier. Is it the Aeon Disc on Cox? Because they don't really have Ghost Scepters or anything. It's really 1 4 staff on Jewel.
The E-Blade on Amel, perhaps?
I guess so, but he's not really using it to save anyone, right? Nor himself. He has BKB.
Yeah, I guess so. Interesting Nullify pickup for sure. Maybe just to dispel some of these pipes, these auras. I honestly don't even know what else there is, but it's not a lot. Yeah, I don't really see the vision as well. Maybe he was just having some trouble sticking onto some of these targets with the 4 staffs and whatnot. But really, there's only 1 4 staff on Jewel. Huh. Not too sure what's going on here, but what I do know is that it's smoke up from Mongolz. This game has been messy to say the least. I feel like Mongolz, they're trying really hard to find an opportunity that works for them here, but teamfight
Break
feels
onto
very
JG.
overwhelming. Low ground JG, immediate blink out hard, giving vision of everybody. In comes Onku, trying to focus them down. A nice roll in, doesn't connect on anyone though. And the Magnetize starting to
Jewel in
take
trouble.
Egg in a very good position, but Jewel going down and the walls of the arena come up.
Beautiful
Kishka
egg.
in big trouble. That's gonna be a Nyx Assassin down. Support for now.
Bob still
Magnetize
poking,
still
though.
ticking on these heroes. It is a lot of damage. Forced to pop that refresher. Somehow Castaway on the front lines doing fine, eating a Laguna.
Then
In
Sanity.
comes the Pango doing damage as well. Then Sanity in major trouble. Doesn't have a Thunder
Thunder
for
in
another
3.
3 seconds. Needs to escape. Amku on top of him with a Shadow Step. And Amel looking next. They have
Oh, I don't
vision.
think you can
No
TP
way of
out here,
TPing out of this
Amel.
one. Amku with a double kill. And Kukuys get exterminated.
Their fight's too easy right now. Bob's 25, so this Magnetize just keeps on going. Sage and Kaya almost at the Octarine. So much damage coming out, and we see Kukuys, they need to commit spells to get 1 kill. Sure, they kill the Nyx, but then what? Mongolz just walk away and walk back in after. No egg, no arena. What's up?
Dude, look at the damage done by Bob. Big bad Bob in that fight. Close to 8k, just magnetizing everybody down. Very nice plays from him there, and I think they're trying to force the end of the game. I mean, Insanity, he's gonna have to buy back, but that is such an awkward timing. 1 minute without your 2 other cores. They're banging on your tier 4s, brothers. Kukuys, somebody wake up. They need to defend this base. They don't have a glyph. Is it over? I mean, your buyback now.
It's
Lina
pretty
just
over,
managed to get a
man.
buyback as well. Then Sanity trying to find an opening. Hex in. Jewel looking for triple Earth Spike. Nicely done. JG, they need to burst down, but the kick away. Bob saving this Pango for now. And the roll up is there. Amku on the front lines. There is the Nullifier
it's a roll.
holding down on Insanity. No hope of a
1
Sunder.
second
Insanity trying to run back into his base, but 2 minutes without your Terrorblade now. A desperate last-ditch defense gone completely wrong. And just like that, even with the Laguna, Amel just can't do shit. It is not fair at all. Castaway That's a nasty bit of work there. GG is called, and Mongolz will walk away with game number 1 with a 23k gold lead at the end of it.
And the game was looking so good at some points. TB looked so unkillable, but just not much response that's able to come out from Kukuys heroes. They have very independent heroes, right? Lina's not really going to help the side lanes. Night Stalker's not really going to help. Medusa's not going to help, you know? And at some point, you know, they say like, oh, we have net worth now, we can all do our own thing. That's what it looks like to me. Bloodlust me, I kill.
Okay. I'm cool. Taking some time to think about his item build here, starting out. Very important for Slark. As you don't want to get caught in an awkward way in the lane. Slark not really a hero that can power farm up, so he needs to have good laning presence. How are we looking here? It sounds like you're not really a fan of this Kukuys lineup.
I think it can work. I just don't like that it's so... All the heroes are independent, you know?
Yeah.
Night Stalker, Medusa, Lina, like, do they play together in any way? Sure, Night Stalker gives them vision. Okay, that's about it.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you could make that argument about Lina, like, oh, Lina gives them damage. Dusa gives them body.
Yeah, right.
But I get what you mean. Like, it doesn't... the closest thing you have to a synergy on this team is probably, I guess, the Ogre Magi bloodlusting everybody.
Yeah,
That's about it.
They all enjoy Bloodlust. Can't lie.
They all enjoy bloodlust. I don't know who doesn't enjoy bloodlust.
Oh, you know who enjoys Bloodlust?
Mongolz.
Mongolz might Bloodlust into the Ogre here.
The battle begins.
On yo.
That is very greedy. Ponyo.
That looked like a very active decision.
That looked
Because
like
he
a
saw the heroes on the
big
Mongol
mistake.
side.
Oh my god.
What's the
that
mistake?
takes- The mistake? The mistake was walking down the rune when there's 5 heroes beside you.
Yeah, but why are they tipping Kishka? I
Because
thought
he
you meant
took the
Kishka
last
made
hit.
him. Yeah, but I mean, who cares?
They all stopped hitting you. Give it to Bob. King Bob. What the hell?
Unlucky.
How dare you?
That's true. Kishka, you better make up for this ASAP with a quick boots
805.
purchase and a gank into the mid. 805 minimum, please.
Armel does
I mean,
die
I
pretty
think-
easily to ganks. I think.
Dude, I
was
think
so
he
much-
deserves it. Kishka played such an amazing game of Nyx Assassin just
It
now.
affects the lane so much to get first blood on your mid. Especially in this like losing matchup. Bob, round 2 of getting the Lina
Lacked a
treatment.
little bit. Yeah. He came out of it fine just now with some creative plays. Maybe he can do it again. It turns out I think this Kishka kill steal probably a lot more impactful than Mongolz would like. But still, first blood, can't really complain about that. We're looking at top lane here. Are we expecting Cox to sort of bully Aumku? I mean, it can't really be an easy Slark matchup this early on.
I think level 3 or 4 they definitely have kill potential, but if Uncle does not go down, I think daytime is gonna be pretty scary for Cox.
Is there anything that he needs to get done during this nighttime in particular? Does he have to sort of find some kills, or is there a specific item that he needs to grab to secure his sort of later part of the day?
Nah, I just want to play away from him at some point, but Uncle already able to kind of man up here. No silence yet, Bob.
Oh.
Bob. Spirit's sound is... I enjoy the ASMR. With the right clicks.
Yeah. True. Dota sound design go crazy, man. Love this game. Everything's so distinct. Like for example, when you hear that voice line, you know that's Effie.
Do you? I guess so.
I guess.
Okay,
I mean, it says
okay.
Effie right there. I don't know what to tell you.
That's true. You wanna go
Facing
on
down onto
Uncle.
Aumku.
Let's
I don't know whether you can man fight up here. He's gonna try and pounce away, but just gets clicked down. Nicely done by Jewel as well as Cox. Getting the kill on the Slark up here.
2 tanky boys. Gonna have to TP. Interesting that he went for stick. I feel like this is kind of a lane where you need stats. I guess wand is stats.
Yeah, so that's something that was interesting because early on, it kind of felt like Aumku was assessing what kind of starting items he won. He had some stats, but he chose to sell it for the wand. So that kind of ends up biting him in the ass a little bit, I think, because if he had some of those stat items, maybe he would have been able to live there.
So I think the basic logic is you want to match the offlane. So if Cox has 2 bracers, you need 2 something. Otherwise you can't really trade with him.
Yeah, he might have 2 deaths. And that's the way that he might be matching if this keeps up. Doing a very good job with the denies. 9 denies on this Night Stalker, really maximizing, sorry, the advantage in this bot lane. Gorgon's Grasp catching JG. Won't be able to walk this one out with the help of Kishka's Brambles.
It's okay, Kishka with the first blood steal. Can't afford more tangos.
Omku Def, another one. This is not looking very good for this last pick slot.
Stark's not much of a recovery hero. And she also doesn't really contribute anything in this lane. Oh, Jewel. Maroon. Is he gonna chase Bob here? Oh, the Cockburn. Bob, no mana.
Wait, hang on. Nice kick away.
That's a triple
Good try there
raise.
from Jewel, but yeah, you... Oh,
He still
cancels
wants
the
to.
second roll as well. Is he...
He has
Oh, wait.
both win lanes. No, no, right?
Okay, no. Still has a Fairy Fire. He's fine.
Runes
That's a trip all the way
secured,
back
though.
to the base. 2 water runes for Armel. This is a much better start for him now.
Radiant's courier.
Early game looking real good for Kukuys right now. And real bad for Amku. Stark, not much of a recovery hero. Definitely can be.
You kind of need to get your recovery through kills, eh?
You want to be active the second nighttime, but Night Stalker kind of messes with your timing in a way too, right? Like, it's gonna be day. Like, Slark's a nighttime hero as well, right? You want to abuse night vision, you want to clear wards.
That's kind of what makes this pick so interesting, right? It basically counteracts what the Slut wants to do. Because anytime you're powerful on the Slut, the Night Stalker is controlling the map as well. Another kill onto Castaway. We talked about how Mongolz want to play around this mid lane. So far, all the moves have been routed. And it's all thanks to Jewel here on this Clockwork, making a major impact in the top lane and running mid and getting these kills as well. Brambles up onto Ponyo. The Ogre should be able to walk this one off. A very tanky boy there.
Nothing too big happening. See more goals on the top lane. Daystalker now.
Yeah.
Not much they can do to punish this though. Level's kinda low. Jewel also pretty strong, but Ponyo's coming
Ponyo's
in.
here.
Day gank. Unheard of.
What is going on? He's just punching down the creep. Okay, no more heals for you, Cox. Being very scary up here on the Night Stalker. This is what I like to call the walking phase. Because he can't stalk anymore. It's daytime.
Daywalker.
Yeah.
Night Stalker.
He has to wait for the next stalking phase in order to continue exerting his dominance.
He's going for armlet. Cox, so going for a bit of a, I wouldn't say greedy build, but it's gonna make him really tanky.
Yeah. We saw Collapse go for this the other day. I think it was yesterday. In their opening game in these close qualifiers as well. Looked pretty solid overall. Oh man, Castaway. I mean, this is a very nice adjustment because they picked that Ench to basically be unkillable, but they've taken her down a bunch of times at this point.
Yeah, I think if anything, they're really addressing this like mid pressure that Mongols like to give, right? And Armel's having a good time because of this. Being on the other end of the aggression right now.
Structures are fortified.
Glyph bottom for a couple. Castaway coming down here too. Just pretty low on mana. Here comes the little pine cone.
Yeah. Full Collapse here. Not much the Medusa can do to save the Clockwork. Trying to play on this catapult wave. They can't get the pressure in the mid lane. They'll try and bring the aggro bot instead. Using the Pine Cone as well as the catapult in tandem to take down this tower bright and early.
Alright, nice move from Mongols. They do open up the map a little bit. Play away from Amku, who is gonna need to recover for quite a while. Let's see how does Bob get back into his game.
Radiant are scared.
CS-wise, no surprise that the Lina is on top here, but if you look at the net worth, it's the Night Stalker following very close by. Cox has just had an amazing game so far. It's really gonna come down to JG. I mean, I know he likes to play on an island, but is there any way for them to try and play through the Doom here on Mongolz?
I think they kind of have to, right? But it's also hard to run at their heroes because Clockwork, there's Ignite. So I think maybe just waiting for timing, try to be patient, a bit more reactive, see if Bob can find an opportunity. Or there's just both the supports. 80 rune for Bob.
I mean, this has to be a very happy affair for Kukuys, right? As long as they're all AFK farming, especially now that it's daytime, the fact that this Night Stalker gets to chill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Everything working out the way of Kukuys in this game number 2 for now.
Yeah, game's still pretty even. Slug obviously a bit sad, but if there's any bright side here, Medusa is equally sad. Of course, Medusa better at recovering, but you never know, man. Slug, sometimes you come up, you clean 1 or 2 kills. Nighttime, you find supports out of position. There's always a lot of plays to make.
Seems to be a bit of a trend for Kukuys that they just kind of leave Densanity alone and Ponyo starts rotating very early. It's kind of just a reliance on his ability to
Here comes the rotation.
cover here. Amel diving in the mid lane. They will just
kick.
kill Amel. A lot of damage coming through. The question is whether they can slow down Bob. Stun him
stick.
up. He has a big stick, like you said, and the support still helping him out. But surely
So
he doesn't
much
have enough
damage.
HP to survive this. He turns around for a double kill. Ponyo will click him down. The supports should be able to finish him off now. Cox on a sliver of HP can't join back into the fight. And Mongolz, it's a bit delayed compared to usual, but they bring the mid pressure and they bring it down hard.
He almost walked into the Bramble Cox then. That's Night Stalker ulti down. So Mongolz, we back baby right now.
We back, we the best. I mean, it's 30 seconds until nighttime, but until that happens, we the best.
Is Nighttime really scary without Night Stalker out? I think it's kind of okay. You might
I
even
think it's
see
just annoying,
Uncle-
right? It's hard to play into. Oh, Onyo. Keeping in, but the support's just feeling extremely confident right now to stand their ground.
Castaway and standing his ground.
True.
Edge players. Feeds creep. Castaway. No. Another rune secured for Bob. Oh, I say that, but Ponyo is yoink. Dispels the enchant.
Nicely done,
Oh,
but in
this
comes
Cox
Bob
a
with the
bit-
roll. Looks like the supports are just gonna go down again.
Amel's here.
Another catch. Amel is here, but what can you look to do here?
JG's here
JG
too.
is here as well.
Bring the
Everybody is here.
boys out.
Mongolz, bring the boys out. Okay, well,
insane
yeah.
tornado.
At this point, they have just brought the boys in full force. Mongolz completely annihilating this mid lane here, leaving no survivors.
A lot of pressure
Set up on
from
Aunko
them.
in the top lane.
Anku goes for a minus. I like this a lot. I think he understands that his team can kind of fight without him. He needs to clean up and he needs to recover.
Yeah. I don't know whether he saw the Lina as well, but he hasn't seen the Lina in a hot minute in the mid lane, so probably just making an educated guess. There's a move happening.
Everyone just wants to defend mid tower right now. Lina can't do it, so but will take his place. Kishka. Try and tank the tower a bit for a catapult. That's an
It's being
urn.
so annoying.
That's a new one. Arcane Boots
Okay.
urn.
There is a nice sort of defensive ward being planted by Kukuys to spot out the movement of these supports here. They probably expected that early rotation from Mongolz into the mid lane and just wanted to watch the area. So pretty nice vision. We'll give them information about some of these deeper Mongolz moves and maybe they can try and punish. Especially now that it's nighttime. Night Stalker ult is up. Cox is still in the top lane though.
They need Jewel 6, I think, to kind of get active. It's a bit hard without the hook shot. There's no real form of initiation. I don't think it's very realistic for a Night Stalker to like pop out and run in. But if someone's trapped in calls, sure, maybe. Oh,
We saw what happened the previous time.
here comes the Enchantress Troll Summer gameplay. And tower will finally go down, so map looks really nice for Mongolz. I feel like Kukuys don't really have an option of doing anything right now. Just kind of really need this clock to get 6.
Mongolz are honestly so good at breaking open the map early on. I feel like, sure, some of it is a byproduct of this Ench, but it just kind of feels like they know how to move on the map to open it up for themselves early on, and then suddenly it gives Bob a lot more playmaking options, a lot more smoke options. As we see here, looking for a target. They'll roll up on the top lane, holding down Cox. They have the control though, popping the ultimate. Bramble's already used and Cox will be completely fine here. Even had the armlet toggle and some wand charges if he wanted. Fly back out to safety, but that is the Night Stalker out used defensively. It's not too bad.
Cox, he wants to
Keeping
set
in.
up bottom here. But JG,
Try and catch JG.
Mr. Stable himself.
Oh, shot in though. Jewel. That's the Clockwork 6 you were talking about.
Pretty tanky.
Target in the cogs. Armel is there to Laguna if needed, but
misses
can't land the
the
light
LC.
strike. And he's just being blocked off by the cogs. Ends up not working out. And Jewel's gonna go down to that Bedlam.
Out's over for
They
Cox.
looked for a kill onto Cox early on. He TP's down here and he gets killed anyway. No toggling out of this one. Great response from the Mongols there. They tried to maximize what they could with the Night Stalker ultimate, but they end up giving over way more.
Nicely done. GG just a little too tanky, and again, no real playmakers, right? For the cores of Kukuys, sure they did look for something, but it feels hard to kind of pour damage into anyone right now. They just want to.
That was such a awkward fight as well, because Amel, he wanted to come in with the Laguna, but the Clockwork Cogs, I believe, actually got in his way. He wasn't able to reach the Doom.
Yeah, he missed the LSA, and then Doom just walked away, kind of.
Yeah. Damn, this... You know, we talk about this being a signature hero for Amel. It hasn't really looked too amazing. Just hoping he sort of has a strong recovery, because kind of feels like he needs to be a major component for Kukuys to be able to come back in this game. And a 3k gold lead down right now.
Yeah, back to Farm Fest. They're by no means out of the game. Of course, Mongolz has like a bit of a nicer tempo, but we are gonna reach a point where you play against triple bloodlusted cores. Let's see how
Radiant's bottom
Mongolz choose to approach this Castaway, meanwhile still trying to be super annoying, pressuring every tower he can.
are fortified.
Might
Yeah.
even get the tier 2 down here, double wolf aura.
Oh, awoo! It's nighttime.
Dude,
Wolves
how do we
make sense
defend?
here.
It feels like
literally.
every time Cox press ultimate, they can do whatever they want.
Bottom tower has fallen.
It feels like every time Castaway and chance a creep, a tower goes down. Like, what is going on? They're doing such a good job just maximizing their space on the map. He doesn't even have a level in Untouchable. He's just walking around max wisps, max enchant. Ponyo getting caught here by the Brambles. Bob misses on the roll though, and Ponyo able to skirt his way out of trouble. Nicely done from the Ogre to juke there. But look,
What about
oh,
your
I
tower?
heard a
Onyx?
Medusa ultimate being used. Insanity, just a bit scared of that Doom. Mid lane tower going down now though.
Castaway's having the time of his life.
Yeah, this is the end
So
game,
TP
man.
top lane,
Trying to kill Aumku. They don't manage to find the connection.
but
Don't have an
daytime.
ultimate on Cox. Is this really what you wanted? Cox is terrifying, but doesn't have the damage by himself to make things happen and just has to back away. The second this Dark Ascension ends, it's gonna be go again for the Mongols.
You know Castaway is in here. Nice ward spawning him out. Jewel drops another observer. Castaway is probably going to go down here. Can even kill him? I'm not sure
He's
actually.
tanking quite a lot of
There's
damage.
a stick
Roll
charge.
in.
Oh my
He
god.
needs a LSA, but Amel doesn't have the damage or the mana, and now Bob's in. Castaway is fine, and Ponyo's the one who goes down. Blink reveal now from JG, chasing forward onto Jewel. These supports suffering big time from these moves. Another jump in, roll connection from Bob, and more kills flowing the way of Mongols. They are all over this map. And Kukuys, the control of this game has slipped completely out of their hands.
You mentioned Amku. Amku carries them one game, next game they carry Amku.
Yeah,
that looks like
seems
the
to be
strat so
dynamic.
far. Solar Crest for Edge. Amku has a... What did he buy? Mage Slayer? Mage Slayer, okay. I like that. So, harder for Lina to burst you, don't care about magic damage too much. Nice farming item, has mana. Probably go for the eggs next, I wanna say.
Radiant's top
Maybe
tower
we see
is
something
under
else.
Yeah, you were thinking about the diffusal into Medusa, right? But it doesn't really seem to be a problem so far. I guess it's just because the Insanity hasn't really interacted with the game so far. Manta looking towards that butterfly just to dodge away from the Slark. I think it's the appropriate item build, but
Radiant's top
still a ways to go.
Smoke coming out here. They want to sweep across. They know that Kukuys are just dodging.
Radiant's top tower is
JG
fallen.
and Bob, the two-man army. Predicting this smoke again to Amku maybe?
Very nice connection there. Easy
They're
roll
chasing
in, looking
Kishka.
for more.
He sees the
Oh,
insanity.
Kishka just need to find the brambles. Forcing the Stone Gaze Manta out as well.
Oh, that was
Should just
close.
turn the Earth Spirit to stone, which feels a bit weird to say, but that's what happens.
Should be able to kick himself when that happens.
Yeah. True.
Amku. He wants something for the first time this game. Feels the
Ooh, looking
ability
for a
to
hunt.
chase someone down. I don't
Come
think
on,
anything's gonna
Jewel.
happen though.
Trying to TP out in the trees.
There's a leap.
Looking for-
Oh, that's,
oh no! Hang on.
hello?
Wait. Did he cancel it? What?
He definitely cancelled it.
I mean, I guess he's not too scared because mid lane looks like there's some posturing going on here. Smoke up from Kukuys, looking for a target.
Sister Aghanim's Lina.
It is JG.
Where's
Has that blink, so they need to be careful how they initiate. Has to be a hook shot first.
Or Mel, can you
Spotted.
fly over the tree and find the stun?
Yo, give this man some vision. What the hell? They just let him walk away.
Yeah, that was... I don't know, maybe just trying to be a bit more wary of his position. Oh no.
Okay, well, Castaway just dodges the hook shot with ease because they don't have vision. It's daytime. Hawks is the only one on your front line. This was a very, very awkward attempt.
It was an attempt nonetheless.
I don't know if you could call it that, to be honest. I mean, he threw a hook shot out. Is that what you call an attempt?
Yeah, he casted it away.
Nice summon.
Oh,
Nice
Lina,
one,
Lina
nice one.
TP's up here and Mongols are
Uh-oh.
caving in.
I don't know whether they can dive into this area, though. It might be a bit too much, especially if the Dark Ascension's still up.
Okay, but 2 minutes from now, Tormentors. 1 minute from now, Tormentors is going to be something on the menu, right? And I'm sure Mongols want to contest. So let's see how Kukuys try to take this fight. It's already a very nice ward topside. They will see Jewel with this. Ping's coming out.
I mean, is this a concern, though? Because, sure, Tormentor comes up, but that's when nighttime
Hold on,
starts as
Kishka's
well.
doing Kishka things.
What in the shit is he?
Is under attack.
Dude, Mongols are being so bloody annoying. These two supports are everywhere. If it's not an Ench creep just punching down your tower, it's Kishka where he absolutely shouldn't be trying to set up for a kill. How do you even peel them off you? They're just running around like flies right now. You're trying so hard to swat them on Kukuys. They are so annoying.
It's a dodging game for sure, but this Ench is just melting every tower. Tormentor is
Dire's bottom
gonna be next eventually, Roche. And can you defend high ground? That's my question here. What items do you need? Lina has eggs, Cox is gonna build into S and Y. I don't think it's gonna change much for him, but how do you find an angle of attack?
fortified.
Look at where Densanity is farming. He is in the opponent triangle right
There's
now.
a nice ward here. They wanna set up.
Oh, this could be scary. This could be a very, very misplaced move from Mongols if they try and commit for this Tormentor.
They're kinda chilling.
I like that they don't
Smoke.
try and force it though, because I feel like that could just be one of the avenues for them to lose a fight.
I think seeing the Medusa TP back to base kinda gave away a lot of information. It's like, hey, why is this carry suddenly here?
Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They look
can't
like
be that she just wants to suddenly farm this creep
Why
wave in
not?
particular.
does not walk under the observer ward. Can they do the Tormentor though? I don't think so.
Mel's TPing away. So you don't have your Lina here anymore. Cox has just gone to the other side of the map as well. Probably just trying to steal the Wisdom Rune, but here's the Doom.
Dire's
Very, very
bottom
nice grab
tower
there.
is under attack.
GG. Just faster. Bob sets up as well. So they do know not every hero is in top lane.
Dire's bottom tower
Hmm.
has fallen.
Surspray and Doom though, they get back there very quick.
So here's a little bit of a funny thing. I know that Castaway has done an excellent job pushing just about every tower on the outside of the base right now. But realistically speaking, Mongols don't really have the best tower push, huh?
I think the way the game's going, they just need to scale, right? Like you look at net worth, everyone's ahead of their counterpart, and I think that's just what they want to keep. So you're going to play this game where it ends up, you're playing against Medusa, right? Like only Medusa. Lina's not going to be farmed, and neither is the Night Stalker. Smoke coming out here. Going for a bit of a wrap around. Maybe even sweep to the bottom lane. Try to get the gates in control so they can sweep top to bottom. If they find that Sanity though, oh, they're going to find Cox.
Gonna try and grab him. It's Night Stalker. Oh, by the Brambles,
Pops
pops the
out.
ultimate, but stunned and held in place. Just a full collapse. Nice catch there from the Mongols.
Stats
Hunting
from
down
two.
that pest.
TP's top coming out. Just want to kick the Dusa out. This pesky little Dusa. GG. Sells Midas, buys Midas, sells Midas, buy Midas. Doom gameplay.
Yeah. Valve, please.
Bob's behind them. Kishka's kind of baiting here. I don't know who's got who though.
Kishka. Who is Kishka baiting? His team? That's a mega kill streak going over the way to Jewel. A bit of a misstep there from the Dark Willow, but more than anything, a good quick response there from Kukuys to punish.
Bob's
looking
going
for a
in.
roll in. Sees Armel.
Oh, he misses
So
the
Armel
kick.
should be fine here to just, yeah, TP out. Heads up play. That's the magnetized used.
Top
They
tower
want the Tormentor though. Armel has no TP now. Jewel, they see Jewel on the ward. I'm cool.
We've
Stalking
seen
his
this movie
prey.
before.
Hunter in the night. The Slark, he watches the little robot. Doesn't know what's coming to him. He pounces, he leashes. The Jewel, he hooks
Second
away.
pounce.
What, he cancelled his
Jewel.
TP again?
Why does he keep doing that?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess he doesn't think he can get out.
Wait, but he
Just
but
wants to
yeah,
buy
then
space
you
for the
don't
team.
TP, right? What the hell?
Yeah, I guess so. Hang on.
He definitely would have made it out.
Yeah.
Bob rolled. Cool. Participation, baby.
Why did Amku pop his ult?
To walk faster. He's not gonna use it anyway, right?
Yeah, I guess so. 30-second cooldown. Honestly, not the longest. I thought it was a bit longer than that.
Midas cooldown was 40 seconds already. Gotta be efficient.
is under attack.
Hmm.
That's the eggs now. Stark is back.
Dire
Back like he never left.
Back like he never left.
Radiant's middle tower.
Little child, all grown up.
Tower has fallen.
Oh, top lane, Lina, Armel is
Oh.
gonna.
Ooh!
That was a close one.
That was that was a close one to say the least. Amku dying there would have been huge, man.
He's fine. I think the Insanity feels like this is one of those games where if Dusa dies once, the game kind of just crumbles. Because he's also the one pushing out all the waves, right, with his Manta illusions. I think he's done a really good job.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Huge impact with his 0-0-0 score so far.
Yeah, he's doing great. 330 last hits, I'll have you know. This dude's farming up a storm.
I mean, he's doing the right thing. I think this Skadi, like once he gets to Skadi Daedalus, the game is definitely very playable for them. Nowhere out
Oh.
of it yet. Oh no, Caster Curse
found him with
is
the Doom.
so real. I am so
Bro,
sorry.
you need to
Insanity.
shut the hell up, man.
Oh, the miss!
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Bob is there. Bob is there. Okay, JG with the fight. My goodness. We almost double cursed it, actually.
Just so y'all know, I don't have an orc, so if any one of you want to secure your own qualifiers, please just slide into my DMs.
Gee, what is this promo? My god.
It's the Caster Curse abuse.
Okay.
We gotta eat, man.
Throwback to the Kyle, man. Yeah, every time he
To
would
the
tweet, it's
Kyle,
just
the Oracle himself.
disastrous. That's true. Didn't he go by the sort of username Forsaken Oracle when he was playing on Arkosh for a bit?
Maybe.
I think, yeah, I think
I
that
don't
was
know.
the case.
Hold on, smoke cast away. Can they finally kill this Edge Glimmer Cape? He has it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
melts.
gone. He's gone.
They want to chase though. Bob.
Looking for the roll, trying to find a connection. Silence doesn't land. Kick does though, slowing down Jewel. Might just be the clockwork to be submitted there. They will hook shot back out to safety, but Ponyo
Big
not quite as
mad
lucky.
from the Enchantress. His little child from the grave being controlled.
on Ponyo. Dude, every time Amku chases an enemy hero, it's like the most pathetic looking thing ever. He's had such a difficult game on this slot. Gem now picked up by the slot, so the map gonna get only smaller and smaller. And one thing to note before we forget here, there's something I want to point out. You might be wondering, okay, Kukuys, why does it seem like they're a bit sluggish? Why does it seem like they're not really doing anything on the map? Brothers, this is their... Wait, let me just count real quick. Yeah, this is their 7th game of Dota, Pro Dota of the day. They played against Execration, 2-1 them. Played against Aurora, 2-0 them. But it might just be in this series against Mongolz that they finally run out of steam. It's been a very admirable run through the lower bracket. But as it stands now, it just feels like Mongolz are in complete control and Kukuys barely have any moves they can make.
You're telling me that these players play less than 7 pubs a day? I refuse to believe that. Have
Okay,
seen
you're
Cox's
telling me that
profile?
pubs are the same as qualifier games?
Cox is like 30 games a day, no problem. Oh,
Hook shot
Kishka
out of the way,
baiting.
Kishka dodging. Get that Dark Ascension out though. They're looking for the backline, looking for Amel. But already the Dark Widow going down. This is pretty good.
Stark's in
Amku control
trouble.
Dark. He doesn't have the second life. Able to pop his out though. And no one can touch
He's
him for
stuck,
now.
though.
The question is whether he can get out of this situation. Pounce over the cliff. Cox is going to try and hunt him down. It's a lot of damage coming out onto the Doom, even with his BKB.
Cox trying his
And
best
I mean,
here.
where is Bob in this fight? I mean, Cox,
Pops
he's
is-
doing a good job maintaining vision, but JG ends up going down. That fight did not go the way that Mongolz had planned it.
With this
Turns out
gem.
they do have an option to come into the fight. If
Oh, the
Aonku is the
Cox.
main target, Oh, Cogs. A little bit of revenge there. Now daytime, no more chase to be had. Castaway might just have to be the target that they settle for.
This is not a target, guys. I've seen
Yeah.
this before. Bob is finally here. He was chasing Armel the whole fight. Who walks back to Fountain and ironically joins the fight at the same time as Bob, just TV's to outpost. But he's out of here. I think that fight could have been way worse.
What even happened there? I mean, Kishka probably just a bit too far forward. He dies without basically casting any spells.
Fights are just hard, right, during nighttime. I think it's also Stark's just not fight ready. That sanity is very strong.
Yeah, that's true, but now that all the spells are used, they can just head back into the Roche Pit and get what they were owed from the get-go. I mean, Amku, he narrowly survives that fight. That was on a knife's edge, it felt like. The fact that he was able to get his ult off. I mean, if he died there, that would have changed quite a lot. The gem dropped as well. But yeah, Depth Shroud, mix of that as well as the Shadow Dance, just so many tools for the Slark to use.
I feel like they need to find a way to start a fight on Cox. I think it's kind of hard, but it also has to be done. I think in team fights like this, Night Stalker is way too annoying. It's also because he stops the slug regen, right? Like he's just gonna keep an eye on him. You can't really hide in fog to kind of heal up, which is what Slug wants to do. Kishka doing Kishka things. He's playing with Jewel.
That was like the slowest Roche I've seen in a hot minute.
Yeah, it's pretty slow.
It took like 2 full minutes to get that done.
Efficiency. Well, Doom's close to AC too, GG. Pretty farmed. Warmel.
Oh,
That's-
Amel sees him, but quick blink out, GG.
Was that intentional? I don't think so.
That fight was honestly kind of difficult for JG, right? Because he was kind of in the middle of it. He was taking a lot of damage. Uh-oh, Amku.
Hold up.
Pops that ultimate,
There's
TP's
a
out.
Cogs, I'm cool. Oh,
There
no.
is a Cogs, and
Amku.
Kishka dies. Now controlled up on the Slark. Very awkward now. Has that second life, but the team needs to connect and try and help him out.
Oh, he has no
If he
mana.
can escape hook shot, he doesn't have any mana anymore.
His team's coming
This
though.
is troublesome. Where's the rest of the team? They need to help him. Stone Gaze
help
being
him.
used, that Slark being controlled, and the gem dropped to the deck. A little bit of a misstep there from the Slark, and now Mongolz. They've let it slip. Nighttime a bit too hard to fight, and Castaway might go down as well. Being chased down, Amel with the Blink Dagger able to set up.
Oh,
And Kukuys, a big swing for them here.
Mongols. This Slark just not able to fight. Dude, look at the Insanities now. With Daedalus now. Going for Silver Edge next. This Medusa is reaching the point of 1v5
Dire's bottom tower
with Bloodlust. Obviously he has teammates, but he is that strong. I feel like he clicks Slug 3 times and Slug has to pop out.
That's certainly what it felt like in that fight. Kukuys didn't really feel like they had many options there, but just excellent usage of the Dark Ascension. That's really what it all comes down to when you're playing that Night Stalker. And honestly, Jewel, on this Clockwork, has performed so well. He's always in the right place, cogs out the Slark, hookshots have been on point as well, setting up for the team. It's kind of a difficult game to make a lot happen because there's such a messy situation in every single fight, but Clockwork's finding a way.
The watching Joel play, all I can say is that he's been wasting his time playing offense. I mean, it feels so nice. Like, it doesn't feel like he's new to the role or anything like that, right? It feels kind of smooth.
Yeah, he's so comfortable, it almost seems like. That's exactly what he needs to do. Much better game for Amel on this Lina as well. Third core in terms of the net worth. The rest have sort of trailed off. But the Medusa still on top of everyone else. This is exactly what was the situation was for Densanity last game. But the Terrorblade just had a bit too much to do. But like you said, this game, it just feels like the Medusa can 1v5 this draft.
Yeah, he's just that far ahead, and they don't really have damage against Medusa on the other heroes, right? I think that's like a big issue that they're kind of have to deal with right now.
Tier 1 tower still being up is pretty insane. Kishka spots out a bunch of heroes on the sidelines. Cops trying to get some connection. Will only find Kishka with the hookshot in. Chasing now onto Castaway. There is a very nice nullifier. Laguna will take down both supports. Rob just has to roll back out to safety. Kick away up to the high ground. Nicely done from the Earth Spirit. Escaping the grasp of Densanity.
radiant are scanning.
Game suddenly looking real impossible for Mongolz right now. You can see every time Night Stalker press all they can do is turn tail and run. Amku has the BKB queued up, but how much of this will really change? You know, there's still Butterfly he has to deal with. There's still this Lina E-Blade, there's these cogs that Clockwork has been like super annoying, pain in his ass for sure.
don't think they considered how difficult it would be to deal with this Dusa clockwork. There's just so much area control. You try and run in. There's Stone Gaze waiting for you. There's an Ogre stun. There's just all these clockwork cogs in the way. LSAs as well. And you gotta keep in mind, Densanity basically first picked this Medusa into the Doom. It still has yet to be addressed throughout this entire draft. Maybe they thought Mongolz on their side that they could play a bit too fast for the Medusa to keep up, but TikTok, we're at 33 minutes and 7k gold lead. So much of that gold is in the hands of this Snake Lady who's ready to put an end to this game soon.
Next Roche, 4 minutes away. Probably going to be the dictating factor. I'm not even sure if Densanity needs Aegis to hit high ground at this point, but it's going to continue to scale. So if you look at his item, what he has queued up is Hex. He goes for a Silver Edge Hex. He just wants to play the map, be able to kind of pick off heroes. Realizing also that he doesn't have that much catch on his team, right? So itemizing well, I would say, just trying to play the game as to his best ability.
This Densanity Medusa was the pick that broke the back of Aurora just now. Team doing very well to give him the space that he needs. Cool. Just ultimate out. I mean, it's a low cooldown, so not the biggest of deals. AD rune for the Lina.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, it's going to be for Densanity.
Of course.
This is the fight.
Jump
Yes.
onto Cox, but it is nighttime. I don't know whether that's what you want.
gonna get
It's
stunned,
a Curse
though.
Crown. Gonna get stunned. Should probably take out that Ponyo in some trouble as well. In comes Densanity with
Arbat's
80
here.
rune. Can you fight this poor Medusa? Ready to rip you to shreds. Arbat is in the middle of all of them, but Amku's starting to steal some of these stats. Amku popping the BKB now. Laguna on the sidelines onto JG. Nullifier
in
out as well.
trouble.
This Doom is in trouble, but the Medusa dropping low. Doesn't have the second life, and Amku and Gang are able to get the kill. They take down the big bad Medusa. And even though Cox survives this fight, it's not a good trade in any stretch of the imagination.
Mongol signs of life. Get the initiative onto Cox. We saw this in the first series too. Playing this important hero, just getting jumped on. And I think that Sanity pulled the trigger a bit too fast there, trying to 1v5, feeling way too strong with the AD rune. Castaway just purges it off, and within 3 seconds, the DD kind of just ended. Not too bad though. They are still in the lead, but I think Mongols, they can definitely get to a point in this game where fights are possible. Amku stalking a little here. He knows Armel's gonna farm backwards. He's alone though.
Looking for Armel now.
No team.
Castaway
Keep
just coming
his-
through. Still holding him in place.
They can't get
No way of
Armel.
holding on to him though. It
Cox.
still is daytime. Cox in the tree line. Don't think they spotted him. Worth noting that the reason why Amku still has the gem is because just now in that prior fight, even though they took him down on the second life, I think they were too busy chasing to actually pick it up. So Amku was able to send his courier back in, grab that. That's why the map still looks so favorable for Mongols. They have full control of their side. There's still some lingering wards from Kukuys near the entrances to their jungle. But apart from that, they are operating blind here.
Let's get a quick item check. Roche fight in 1 minute. We have seen that Dansanity can definitely die, and Bob is reaching that point again, level 25. Also, JG's item build, this AC and Halberd is super anti-Medusa, right? AC
Yeah.
just armor for a team, this Halberd. We also saw the power of the Depth Shroud earlier, just him and Bob manning up on Dansanity together. They
Yeah,
look like they
Crimson Guard as well from Castaway, as well as all that armor coming out from Bob through the Shivas, as well as the Blade Mail.
just-
They
see
are
Auxiliary
gearing
Ward.
themselves up to deal with this Medusa.
They know Mongols is down here.
20 seconds until the Roche might possibly spawn.
They wanna
Making a
fight.
beeline for it are Kukuys, but a smoke coming through. Might just be a wraparound play.
Can they find the
Oh.
Night Stalker?
Not sure whether the scan connected. To try and hold this high ground.
They might even be able to kill the Dusa. Ooh, there's a career here. Pings come
Ooh,
out.
Hang on. They know. Smoke up for themselves. Have the benefit of the clockwork, giving them the vision. Amku jumping up into the high ground, meeting the Insanity on the front lines. Is that who you want? Already using the ultimate. Are you sure you still want to go? I mean, they'll at least take control of this area. This is so uncomfortable. Both teams trading sides here. They're just gonna clear these waves. Roshan, it's a very long spawn. 2 more minutes until that's up. So no reason for these teams to really sort of force the issue in the pit. Of course, Kukuys have no way of knowing that because they've abandoned that position for now. But they are in a much better spot on the map. They can push in these waves, force the retreat from Mongolz, and then come back to the pit and establish vision.
Top lane being shoved in as well. JG will make the TP.
Is under attack.
His team, everyone comes back. They really want to fight here. Kukuys, they want no business in this. We'll head back to the Roche area. Again, a long spawn, 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Trying to fix waves. Probably start to make their way down there again. Still a nice observer ward placed by Castaway. Cox is picking it out. The way to D-ward. Oh, that's heavy TV's top.
Ah. It just
Dire's bottom
abandons
tower is under
the position. I mean,
He wants to finish his hex. Play for Dire Roche, maybe is the call.
yeah, I mean, it's not like Mongolz can do this Roche really quickly anyway. Ponyo's gonna TP out.
Kinda
I don't know
close.
whether this is good. They need to try and find somebody, but all the TPs able to escape there. Nice try from the Mongolz, but they are just a bit too late. There's a creep wave being dragged into the pit by Castaway. Kick to
Yes.
death there.
Try to scour Roche. Is 20 seconds the respawn or is it the
is under attack.
start to
20
spawn?
seconds is the respawn. 20 seconds is respawn.
Okay, so are they gonna
That's how you
give
know. It's
Roche?
like the yellow. It's
I
the
see,
yellow
I
sort of
see.
circle.
Rocket's scouting it out, so they know nothing's happening right now. Team wants to smoke out. Kukuys is gonna take this fight. This is the first hex on Medusa, mind you.
They're going through the twin gates. They're just gonna abandon this location. The Roche
they
is up.
Might lose
I mean-
Roche here.
Kukuys don't know where they are, so they have every reason to believe Mongols are still perched up in this area.
Time
The
is
rockets
of the
come through,
essence.
scout the Roche. They can try and rush this down. The Roche is up. Castaway will know
Oh,
because of that
no.
creep. Oh, then Sanity can just try and gun this down.
Can they get back
They
in?
are just bum rushing that Roche, but they can't afford to go to the twin gates. They don't know what awaits them. They have no way of getting vision. They try and send a Castaway creep through
They're
the twin
getting-
gates, but it's far too late. They're getting the Aegis for basically free. Roshan's banner as well. Little bit of a bait and switch. Mongols tried to play for the setup, but they end up getting, honestly, cut a little bit by the Roche timer.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but Aegis on Dusa now, so Kukuys, they should be confident enough to kind of look for something here. Insanity leading the charge towards mid lane. Probably gonna sweep to the left.
A bit more hope for you now if you're a Kukuys fan. It's been a long road for them again. Game number 1 was still quite a buzzer beater. I mean, it lasted all the way to the end. The Insanity on his Terrorblade was in control for most of it. On top of the net worth board, but he just couldn't do it into the scaling tricore of Mongolz. Now, a much more interesting draft. Mongolz, the fights aren't straightforward. They need to try and collapse onto the Dusa like they did just now with the Depth Shroud, with the Slark. And now with the Roche banner, comfortable to start hitting the high ground. The Hex on the Dusa, the reveal. Didn't get a chance to use it in the earlier fight. Here they come though. Then Sanity. Trying to mess with Castaway. The only person on the front lines. Roll in onto the Dusa, kick back into the clutches. They end up dooming the Dusa on her first... Oh, no doom just yet. Using the Stone Gaze. Thought I heard that animation, but it's one of the key cooldowns being used for now. Just like that, Kukuys, is that enough to repel them? They'll just back up.
Pretty quick Stone Gaze. Just try a base spell. They want Medusa to hit for free. Help Slark get some stats. And it looks like Kukuys will just be happy enough to back off here. Do they want to hold this bottom high ground? Armel has the travels, can rejoin anytime.
I mean, what's the idea here? Are they just kind of waiting for Mongols to make a mistake and step out? Are they not confident enough to go to the high ground, you think?
I think they can. It's probably just about making the call. He used Stone Gaze, so okay, chill. Maybe waiting for Cox Dagger as well. Just arrived. Double Halberd. Okay, so that's their way of dealing with Medusa. I feel like the fights are not as straightforward as we think it is. AC, Crimson, 2 Halberds, Depth Shroud. I guess Medusa is strong, yes, but can she actually hit anyone?
Yeah, that's the question. Speaking of interesting items here, and maybe something that's not a bit too straightforward, the Lina going for the Octarine, I feel like that's not a very common item that we see.
Maybe just wanting more stats. Ability to fly around, spam stuns, help Medusa kind of control people.
Lina's
Talbot being
setting
annoying.
up top. He sees Omku. Oh, Lina brings in. My god.
Kick in the Medusa again. There is a stone gaze. This feels like a carbon repeat of the previous fight. Hook shot in though. They want to commit this time round. Kishka in some trouble. The slap pushed away by the Cox again. Very nice placement from Jewel. The disarm again and again. The Medusa just can't hit anyone for now. Being controlled under the cover of everyone on Mongolz. Cox will come through and kill Kishka off, and Bob on the front lines in some trouble. Eating a Laguna, able to pop the BKB turn around, and the Doom onto the Medusa. Second life. They need to bail her out. Cox though, trying to buy space for the Medusa. Amku on the chase, ready to pounce, popping that shadow dance, ready to tangle with that poor Densanity snake. But can they pick her up? No, the turn around, the control. Amku dies. The ball is a bit too strong, and Kukuys flowing forward now. Armel able to hold his ground and punish the members of Mongolz. They've chased a bit too far, too much focus onto the Cobra. They forgot about the Lina and the Night Stalker. The tips come through. Oh, we might just be seeing a game number 3 here. I don't know how they hold with just the two of them.
This game's over, right? No real way of
Seems that
defending
way.
anymore.
I mean, how did that fight go so wrong? It felt like they had all the connections that they wanted on the Medusa, but the second life proving a bit too hard for them to deal with. JG is going to go down as well, and surely this has got to be it.
Yes, buyback.
Kukuys, they will be not done with these qualifiers just yet. Buyback. JG trying to do what he can, but the Medusa damage, it's a bit too much. All the armor and disarm in the world not going to save you against the full force of Kukuys here. As they start punching onto Bob. The last remaining core available, Kishka is dead, and Bob will be soon to follow. Densanity looking at the end of the game here. And what a performance here, Kukuys. It wasn't the easiest game for them to play. It wasn't the easiest draft, but they drag it all the way back here and take us to a game number 3. They're not done just yet.
On the back of this Densanity Medusa, just big farm fest bloodlust.
Last minute. Let me check. Oh yeah, overprotective whiz. I'm tripping out.
You tripping.
I'm tripping.
Right.
Anything interesting to speak of in terms of facets? Doesn't seem like it.
Might get the
Other
translator
than,
mic.
my translator's a little busy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
unlucky.
don't really want to bother them at the moment. I think this is so something related to being a streamer, right? Maybe just you guys are really gonna lose to a streamer, maybe.
Is that what it says?
Sige, that one I know that means sure. Like sure.
Then you are learning.
Yeah, come on. I need to. Okay, the one thing I want to talk about, and you need to run me through this, Adam. Snot Rocket Facet, not seeing red. So, are we about to see JG kind of step away from his usual scaling route to try and build auras for the team instead?
Very, very possible. I think we might see just some Crimson Pipe come out here to match the team fight instead of going for the Eggs. I also saw Dahak go his build. He went like face pipe into Eggs. I think that's kind of cool because it's less greedy, right? Like you secure a team and then you transition into this scaling hero. I think that's kind of nice as well.
I mean, the magic damage, there's quite a decent amount coming out from the Queen of Pain, but a lot of the damage coming out from Kukuys is going to be physical. I wonder whether he's going to adapt that build to something else, like maybe even the Vanguard? I don't even know.
Yeah, we'll see. I think the lane's pretty strong. Holding has Blightstone, physical damage here. Oh, no Blightstone, okay. But really strong at killing Ench, right? Minus armor. Gu stacks level 1. We'll probably see Gu level 1 too. It's kind of chase people down, Blood Grenade. But no Blightstone on Kishka, unfortunately. Chooses to go for the stick instead.
Okay. So, at the start, before we got into this game, before we got into the draft, you said you couldn't really predict a winner. But you think Kukuys are going to take it. Now that you see the draft, do you still think that's the case? Or are you favoring what Mongolz have a bit more?
I like Kuku's draft. I think it's simpler and easy to play.
Okay. And what exactly do they want to do here? Might have to hold that thought because of a smoke, but there's still that ward on the high ground that Kishka spotted out just now.
Jabaited.
Got him! Okay, but yeah, talk to me about the Kukuys draft. How exactly do they want to play for those that don't have the same type of game knowledge or ball knowledge as you do?
Their game plan is just very simple, right? Reach SF fat. Quap gets to move around, Don's going to be connector, and then you play around mid lane, which with Edge Tusk, super strong duo, Ponyo, is gonna go down eventually, someday, today. This time they will let Bob get it, Kishka walks away.
Did you see Kishka was the first one to walk away, but as a result, they end up losing 3 bounty runes for it. Not sure whether that's worth it. I guess the first blood on Bob is going to go a long way.
I've changed my mind. Mongolz wins.
Wait, what? You just flipped on first blood?
Yeah.
You're like those fellas who double down as soon as they get a kill before the horn goes.
I changed my mind.
Why is that? Why'd you change your mind?
Because this Quap versus Ember is... I think it's pretty volatile. I think it can go both ways. I think it is a good Quap game. I know Armel's a really good Quap player too.
Okay.
I really want
But
to
we
change.
still...
I'll think about it.
We still don't think... Okay, you're still thinking about it. We'll give you some time to think as we get off to the laning stage here. Maybe while you think, you can at least tell me which lanes you want to look at a bit more.
Top lane, right? Dawn Tusk, level 2, Giga strong. Obviously there's Flame Break to kind of interrupt up here. One of the better heroes against Tuskar. If you're wondering why any hero that gets out of Shard is considered good against Tuskar. I think that's like just the basic logic of the hero.
Sure. Duel. Very well equipped to try and deal with Castaway here. As a early win lace, Castaway of course has that. It feels like this lane movement speed is going to be the name of the game. It's who can get out of dodge of whose initiations.
Does he have Arsonist on Castaway?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
He does have
interesting.
Arsonist.
Stinging
I mean, I
Stock
think we
might
saw
be a
some
bit
of these
better.
other players get it. Most notably, Miposhka always runs this Arsonist. It's just about whether you can sort of adapt to that playstyle. And I guess, you know, you talk about the Ench trying to run around, take the towers. Level 2, this is the timing though in the top lane. He's able to dodge out of the way of that Ice Shards though. Nice Flame Break from Castaway.
I think most 5 Bad Riders take Arsonist and most 4s take Stoked. I'm not particularly sure why though. Maybe as a 5 you just have nothing better to do, you go sticky the tower.
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, as a 5, you're less likely to get an early Blink Tagger. You're sort of playing a bit more defensively, so...
This bot lane is not looking good for GG. The Razors come out, Ponyo has the big cam open, so creeps galore.
And this, we didn't really talk about this. The matchup between the SF and the Bristleback. Sure, you can run him down on the Bristleback, but the SF has those Razors that can just keep you at a distance. This is not going to be an easy lane for JG at all.
It's really only when the gates come into play that SF feels a bit threatened, but by then he might even have power trade, so lane's looking really good for Kukuys right now. Mid lane to Bob, even with that first blood, I guess he's pretty even on net worth, but Armel doing really well here.
Yeah, like you said, very competent Queen of Pain player. We did say that about his Lina as well, and so far the 2 games of the Lina, sure he won one of them, but it didn't really feel entirely convincing that it was thanks to him. He played his part. Want to see a bit more of a stand-up performance from Armel here.
Cox, 4 stacks, Castaway.
Uh-oh.
He has a mango.
Got stick charges.
Durable here, remember?
Flame Break doesn't interrupt. Castaway probably gonna go down here. Meanwhile, Kishka
Lotus
taking a
from the
tumble in
brother
bot lane.
Omku.
Oh, Amku. Body blocks. Saves Castaway. Bodies for his captain. Very nicely done from the gyrocopter.
Yeah,
Is he
wanna
trying to
play.
chase for more here? Looking for Jewel, but a nice snowball forward. I mean, the 1-1-1 build is a very common skill progression for this task, so a bit confused as to why they do that. Jewel almost posturing for a second Ice Shard. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, there was a bit of a trade-out. As we see, JG going down. Ends up being the SF to fall as well.
Yeah, nice kill onto the Insanity. Didn't think like anything like that will happen in this bot lane, but except does go down somehow. Off the way. He's has no Firefly. Shards.
He has nowhere to go.
Oh no,
This is gonna be a kill. I mean, you're supposed to come mid to try and help your mid laner out, not feed a kill over to the opposition. Bob can't follow up on that. That is even more nice little EXP and gold going the way of the the Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, Kishka going down again, trying to interrupt this, whatever the hell Ponyo's doing down here.
Yeah, so Wings not off to a good start. Pretty hard to play against Ench. Probably just want to get levels here. Mid lane Bob aggressing a little, but Armel's fine. GG.
This feels like the type of game that JG needs to sort of recover the stacks and stuff, but Tusk and Ench are really good heroes at invading the triangle area and just
They can always
invading in
invade,
general.
right? Because they have Solar
Yeah.
Guardian as well.
Exactly. And the Queen of Pain is already off to such a good start that... Say that.
Good
Amel.
grenade.
Ooh, Bob. Black
Rough.
grenade action.
Rough.
We'll be fine. Zeus out now.
That's the one.
I mean, my read immediately is that it's more important for Kukuys to come out of the lane swinging, and that's what's happening for them. This is the gameplay that we talked about, though. Set up on the SF. Uh-oh, they saw Ponyo heading towards the mid lane, and then Sanity left high and dry here. A full collapse on the SF. Feel a bit of a personal vendetta from the last game.
A bit of a reaction from Kukuys in the mid lane though. Bob just TP's home, so
Structures are
might be in a slightly precarious position. His Remnant's in the middle of the wave.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Just trying to set up, but he immediately puts a safety remnant back. Just dealing with annoying mana burn creep. Gonna get the rune. Guess it's wrong. Bit unfortunate. Slow down now. Has the remnant back to the tower. So Bob, the recipient of the suffering.
It's an arcane rune for Amel here.
Radiant's bottom
Can just kick
has fallen.
Bob out of the lane if he really wants to.
They want to take advantage of this catapult and they'll glyph the wave. Nice dodge on the Scream of Pain though. But where is the rest of the support?
Kishka's so
Running
low.
in now. Kishka's gonna get found by Jewel. The TP's coming in. Castaway might be a bit too late. Winding up the Sonic Wave. Should just be able to get an easy kill onto Bob. Oh no. Dodge away onto the Remnant, but they have
Yes,
the
another
Flame Break to
blink.
try and bail Bob him out. Blink forward. Sonic Wave. Bob is dead. Nice execution there from Kukuys. Took a bit longer than they would have wanted, but still. Getting to use the Sonic Wave, getting a kill on the opposing mid laner, and all of that being with an Arcane Rune is just the cherry on top.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nicely done. A lot of control traded. Then Sanity does go down. But a bit of battle for wisdom in here.
One for one on the Wisdoms. Good trade. I mean, good TP out as well from Jewel there.
Then Sanity the winner of this laning stage so far. Which is funny to say because he's 2-2 and 1. 2 deaths already, but top of the net worth. MOM pretty much completed, and we'll see his farm kind of skyrocket.
I just think it's funny that Execration, I don't know whether they kicked him, but clearly they replaced him with Akashi. And no flame to Akashi, of course. Love that player, but he's still in the qualifier. Execration or not, so it's really showing it up to them here.
But what if he's in the qualifier because he's not on execration?
I think that might be the case. This Kukuys team is looking a lot more powerful than what we saw from Execration so far.
Dire's top tower is
We
under
have a
attack.
rotation here. They haven't ward. Amku in trouble.
Oh
no, outplayed
indeed. Uh-oh, Solar Guardian coming in though. No chance for the Gyro to survive. But still, a little bit of a fumble there. Not gonna matter at the end of the day.
Radiant's middle tower
You
is
did.
under attack.
So Kuku is the one bringing the pressure now.
Under attack.
Castaway. Putting that Arsonist to use. Or mid lane TPs.
Dire's top tower is
Well, the CC Kishka.
I mean, Amel is here and ready with another Sonic Wave.
Jewel
Gotta watch
is-
themselves here on Mongolz. Yeah, Jewel is fine with the snowball. We'll get bumped back and sliced down. Maybe I spoke a bit too soon.
I don't know about that one. There's a Jotun play if I've ever seen one.
He's already out of the play. Just leave him alone, man. What the hell?
You mean? Memes last for until tournaments end. Then you get a fresh slate.
Dude, I'm not familiar enough with the 343 lore. Do you know if there's ever been any memes about Mr. Adam 343?
I do not know.
I gotta know.
I actually don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, memes, I don't know. Not relevant enough.
Maybe. If anyone in chat knows any memes surrounding Mr. 343 during his time as a player, please let me know, because I need to make fun of this man.
Don't do it, guys. It's a trap. It's gonna call you old. Right, back to
Stop
Dota.
ruining my plan, man.
Bristle on stack duty and Ponyo in a little bit of, I want to say trouble. Okay, he's in trouble. Kuku's here.
Yeah. It wasn't trouble until Armku showed up. That kind of is the story of this game for the Ench, at least.
Yeah,
No one
meanwhile-
else really has the magic burst, I guess, other than if you run into JG. Speaking of JG, how's he doing? He seems to be doing pretty decent in terms of the net worth.
He
The
has
stack
cleared-
farming is a bit slower with the Snot Rocket, but yeah, he's going for the Blade Mail into the Vanguard.
Interesting. Vanguard first, apparently. I dig the build.
It's kind of an older skill bristle, older school
nice
bristle
shots.
build, right? Ooh, catching down on Kishka.
The Joel has been a menace on his past 4.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't really know what they can do to stop him. He's played 3 different heroes and owned on all 3 of them.
Oh, Stacks being scouted.
Stacks being scouted, mid tower being pressured, catapult timing, it's perfect. This is the power of the Ench and the SF as well, ready to fight very early on.
Ignore heroes, hit tower.
Yeah, they don't give a
Oh,
shit.
nice deny.
Tower has been denied.
Well done from Castaway there. Amku is able to clean up most of that stack as well though, with that flat cannon, so...
This gyro is poor. They need to find a way to help him get back into the game. I wonder if that's going to be like JG's role later on. I guess Ponyo is just the way back in. And Castaway gets the kill again.
Yikes.
Sad for my boy Gyro.
Justice for Amku, man. Okay, here's my read. You can tell me whether I'm correct or wrong. So, SF wants to hit a bit of a timing, right? He wants to sort of run around with some basic sort of 1-2 items, get the drums on the, you know, jewel task. Speaking of the jewel task, he might be dead. TP's coming in a mass, so
Yes,
response is
move on.
ready. Is he just a bait? The Solar
fine.
Guardian buying time. Should be able to turn around and focus down Kishka. Nice catch there and nice little jabate from Kukuys. But, okay, back to the game plan. Kukuys, they want to hit a 1-2 item timing. They want to run at you. Maybe they are just getting the auras on the bristle so he can frontline and Amku can kind of join these fights. And then
Can he
maybe you just
frontline,
recover that way instead of AFK farming?
Yeah, maybe I can see it, but I think it just looks very hard for Amku to kind of run in, right? There's Solar Guardian, there's Tag Team Punch, and SF is a very high physical damage hero, similar to TB, right? It's just hard to run into SF, especially when he's ahead of you.
Oh, that's fair.
So I think game is definitely not over, but Kuku is in a pretty favorable position now. What's Cox going for? Is he buying eggs? Get a little
For the
item
blade
check
mail
here.
into eggs.
Alright, eggs queued up.
We send the build up here.
So once the X comes out, like running in is, it's not a real option anymore, right?
True. Still a bit of time until that comes up. Dagon complete for Amel as well. He's been having a splendid game on this Queen of Pain. 4-0 and 0. I want to break to you some bad news. I don't think there's a chance for Cox to hit that 8-0-5 scoreline you had predicted for him.
That's
Already
what
has
you
won
think,
that.
but the journey does not end today.
Oh, you're right, you're right. Okay. Kukuy sweep is what we are hearing from 343 here. He likes the draft more, he likes the team more. Let's see whether they can actually make it happen and make his dreams come true here.
Tower has fallen.
Oh, you can't make me choose between my boys. Yep. Yoink. Alright, so Mongolz back to their tempo. Castaways gonna get that.
Yeah, more like back to just feeding more and more kills to Amel here. Nice little shots, catching out JG. This is a very tanky boy with the Vanguard. All you have is physical damage, but with Insanity coming in, reducing the armor, he just gets melted. Bob wants to fight though, coming in, getting enchanted. The Flame Guard is gone. Amku joining the fray as well.
Oh
They are
no,
looking for
Pevis.
Jewel, but they can't even get the kill. And now Amku's in trouble. Under the tower, the hammer swinging Cox is going to find that kill. Double for Densanity, and they are looking for more. Kishka blocked away from the only route of escape, and the last auto attack will be able to dodge out. Jewel ends up dying to Bob there. One more little blink. Armel is not going to commit for it.
Mercy from Lord Armel.
Mercy from Lord Armel. Chief Armel.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, he's got a promotion. Deserved
Hasn't he
promotion.
always been Chief Armel?
He has. Alright.
He has to win this game to deserve the promotion, I feel like. The last 2 games, like I said, the Lina wasn't entirely convincing, but this game, the Queen of Pain, it's looking nice.
Dude, that Amko just dropped damage and Cox pressed Blade Mail. That's literally how he died. And
Yeah.
SF just kind of yoinked. We also saw how fast Bristle died. Minus armor, tag team, Dawnbreaker on top. Kukuys just have everything they need to like kind of address every issue right now.
Yeah, true.
All they need is Jewel apparently.
So, quick check, even with the items, he has a pocketed chainmail right now, but the Bristleback only has 10 armor with the additions. With the SF Aura, 7 of that armor gets minus, so he only has 3 armor on the Bristle, so not as tanky as you would like. Lasso coming out, they're trying to focus on Ponyo. Guys, what have we learned about trying to kill an Ench? It's just not gonna work. Kishka gets Sonic Wave down, Castaway has to tank his Lucky Stars, and he makes it over those shards. Amel is unstoppable. This is a 4k gold lead this early on, and Kukuys, they're getting everything they want out of this early game and this SF pick.
Look at his item build. No cares in the world. SMY is for losers. Daedalus, here I come. Feeling how strong he is. He actually cannot die. I actually love this so much. He has drums, he has Solar Crest, he has Solar Guardian on top. So I am damaged. You wanna come near me? I will kill you in 3 hits.
Big Daddy Densanity showing up for business today. Like you said, doesn't even look like he's on his 8th game. Locked in all the way to the brim.
Bro, if
And
you're
it's been a
playing
bit of a
against
decline.
Densanity, you better hope your game's not at 8 PM.
Yeah.
The nocturnal monster.
He's awake.
He is awake, putting you to sleep.
Yeah, true. Good night. Mongolz. Might need a little bit of a lullaby with the way they're being put to bed right now. Okay. Enough doom and gloom. Let's have a little brainstorming session, okay? 343. Mongolz, we talk a lot about the journey from Kukuys, but Mongolz kind of had a bit of a rough one as well. They played one series before
Moves
this.
are being made.
I don't know what the move is being made here. I don't think it's realistic. Try onto Cox. Who's trying onto who? Castaway in some trouble. Running into the call down. A lot of damage being returned into the Blade Mail. They are able to tank through it, and the Lasso will finish off the Dawnbreaker. What in the hell was that?
I don't think that was the plan, Joel.
Yeah,
I
me
think
neither.
we were baiting the Dawn. Didn't really get the memo there, and Mongolz will head immediately into Roshan, so pretty significant mistake here.
Yeah, see, I was just asking you what the plan is for Mongolz to try and come back in this game, and they just demonstrated it, so I guess I don't need to ask you anymore. If they're just gonna get 2 free kills like that with no response from Kukuys, the free Aegis to boot.
Very nice play. Feels like they are taking back a little momentum, but I don't think it's enough. Am I wrong? Find out on the next episode. Ponyo?
We don't know what to tell you, Adam. There's no next episode. This is the final game. We're about to find out in just about 20 to 30 minutes. Ponyo getting caught out here. The Solar Crest allowing him to tank up some of this damage, but not enough. The full collapse of Mongolz, it's a bit too much.
Mike, do you know what? Do you know what you should call a BO3 that ends in a BO2? What do you call
Isn't
a
that
best of 3 that ends in 2 games? It should be called a
Speed
worst
run.
of 3.
Radiant's top tower is under
Alright, pack this up, folks.
Sign-
Adam
sign
needs
the
some sleep.
petition.
Somebody needs that. You know, there are multiple people who need to be put to sleep right
But
now.
I'm right.
Adam,
If it was the best, there would be 3 games, but it's the worst.
I mean, depends on your perspective. If you're the team that won 2-0, that would be the best situation.
That's true, but it's for the viewers who want to watch 3 games. Therefore, it's
That's
the
true,
worst.
that's true. Everyone wants 3 games.
Alright,
of
so which
excellent
which
Dota.
player wants 3 games? Why is it called a best of 3? Tell me,
That's
Mike.
true. That's true.
Debate clubs. I'm looking for sponsorship.
Shut up.
When this Arsonist, the Castaway is like no edge,
Oh,
okay?
he's-
I am
okay.
Tower Slayer, 9 stacks on this tower. Look at it go. Kaboom.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, literally, this is what I was gonna say. Like, the Arsonist makes a lot of sense with the Castaway play style of pressuring down towers, right? You can take the hero pick away from him, but you can't take away the concept.
Tower Slayer.
Ooh. Kukuys, they had a pretty solid early game advantage, but seems like ever since that fumble from Jewel and Cox in the top lane, they've been playing a little bit more reserved. Maybe waiting for their next few items before starting to engage again. Maybe just waiting out this Aegis.
Oh my god, eyes on this SF for me. It's either he dies or he kills everyone. That's what his item build is right now.
Yeah? He's basically saying to the rest of the team, y'all got me, right? Like, I'm just gonna right click,
Wants to
y'all
fight.
figure out the rest.
Jewel has the drums. Can you get a punch onto anyone? I think JG dies really quick too.
AG has the second life though. Armel on the back line. Nice Sonic Wave. Bob is gonna jump
wave.
into it. Not really sure whether that's what you want, but JG slowing up everyone. Solar Guardian coming down will crash onto the
Insanity's dying.
gyrocopter. But
Insanity.
they're not really getting any connections. The Insanity able to pop the ultimate and chase JG away. Still has
so
the second
low.
life, but they haven't been able to kill anyone.
Can chase
The
this
Insanity is way
5
too
goon.
low, and with the slide, they will just cut him down. That Daedalus is proving to be the wrong item choice, and Big Daddy Densanity is getting packed up big time.
Oh my god, Blade Mail baby. These snot rockets coming out from JG, it's kind of wacky. SF did nothing in cast recommend, he had 5 stacks on him, just couldn't move. Oh my lord. Mongolz, the swing is real, Tormentor spawning, JG's on his way.
Oh yikes.
I'm cool as
mean,
well.
The Bristleback doesn't really do as good of a job as the Tormentor without... I guess not Rocket, it's fine. I guess it's okay.
It's okay.
It's alright. You got Amku to help you. You're still a Tormentor. Castaway gets it. Worst
Dude, he's
charge.
got everything this game.
All the kills. Looking at Cox right now. Nice TP out.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Indeed, indeed.
Wisdom Rune. Also picked up by Castaway.
Everything for Castaway. Castaway the king.
El Capitan.
El Capitano.
No, Bob is
I mean, this entire game is only at this point. Just because of that top fight. The top fight, they lose Cox, they lose Jewel. We were complimenting Jewel this entire series. He fumbles one time, they get Roche, they get a great fight, and now this Daedalus looks like a meme. Everybody's gonna be looking at this SF saying, man, why do you build Daedalus, man? We gotta use the BKB.
Alright, he'll
we need
farm.
He will.
He will die first, probably.
He will die first.
GG's
They
in.
come with JG, Sonic Wave, heard that somewhere. Solar Guardian coming in as well. Maybe he won't die. Maybe he'll be fine. Mel gets a kill onto Castaway. El Capitan getting the death as well on top of everything he's gotten this game. And Bob being hammered down Cox.
in
That's the
trouble.
Aghanims reveal. Now, keep in mind JG still has that second life, but it's only lasting for 40 more seconds. I don't think they can wait it out though. Amel has cleaned up on the backline, found Kishka, both supports are out, and without their supports, they don't have enough control. They need to retreat from this engagement.
Dude, the SF literally did nothing the whole fight except walk around. I don't think he actually hit anyone. Can you get a fight recap, please, Observer?
Bro, this is literally...
Nothing.
I mean, nobody did it. Okay, to be fair, this fight recap only covers the kill onto Castaway.
Alright, fair, fair.
So it's not accurate.
Fair. I'm pretty sure he didn't hit anyone. Maybe he touched Bristle like once.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
BKB being queued up next. SF definitely not out of the game, just the progression of his items a little funky right now. This kind of looks like my Smurf games. No, I don't Smurf. My friends' games.
Yeah,
There we go.
don't... Hey, what do you
mean?
just
I
say?
don't Smurf.
What do you just say? Repeat that?
Check my computer, man. I'll send it to you. I'll stream
Check
for
in,
you.
check in PC.
I think I got time for Dota.
Okay, relax.
Out here
If you're casting Dota, I don't know what to tell
making
you.
me do VOD reviews 24/7. I miss sleeping, Mike.
Hey, you need to do that shit as a coach anyway, acting like this is new to you.
It's different. As a coach, I watch Dota and I don't need to hear my own voice.
Wah, I need to work hard. Oh,
Wah.
for you. Oh, Adam 343. Oh.
Can you just carry me? Man, I miss Epi.
God damn! We're getting real spicy late into the
top
night
lane.
here,
Top lane, Bobby spots out Jewel. Not sure who finds who, but Jewel is running. Can he get out? He is.
Wait, they have no
waving
chains or
goodbye.
something? Did he already
Huge
use it?
chains. Pay attention.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Oh my goodness, jeez, I was too busy recovering from that personal attack, brother.
Every attack is not personal, just targeted. Armel has the Shiva. It's gonna break smoke in Rune, fortunately.
I mean, they still haven't been able to kill Amel. It's been quite a standout performance for him on this Queen of Pain, 9-0 and 2. Kind of what you want from a Queen of Pain, right? Just cleaning up the back lines, being so annoying to pin down.
My kind of score is just a normal game for Armel. What do you know?
True. I guess the previous
Armel's
two games
setting
were
up
abnormal
Def-
for Amel.
Def Solar Guardian.
Surely not onto Armco.
Amco really loves this Pike Gyro. The Amco special.
Yeah, what do you think is the sort of... Is it just the repositioning in the fight? I guess you like it into the task.
Alright, you want to know the real professional psychoanalysis behind this?
Let me hear it.
Amco is a Morphling player, and he plays Gyro. It feels very clunky, so he buys Hurricane Pike, and then every time he Hurricane Pikes, he's like,
Oh.
waveform.
He's waveform cosplaying! Okay, I get it. This is why you're a professional coach.
That is true. Whatever makes your players comfortable, right?
That's true.
Waveform.
Waveform
Breathe
is
on
such a
Kishka.
nasty spell too.
It is. Especially if you have fire.
Alright, thank you. Kukuys, not really with a lead right now. It's been a little bit back and forth, I must admit, but then Sanity still feeling comfortable enough with that freshly picked up BKB. Start punching down these towers.
It does do a lot of damage. I usually see SF with one value point in this, then what do you call a skill? Feast of Souls. Yeah, you just get one usually.
Just ignores it completely.
It's a cheap farming tool.
And then Sanity really likes his all stats build. He's gotten this on the TV as well.
I think this is normal. I think having 4 in race is actually not normal. I think stats and aura is like usually the go-to. And Sanity chonking away. I am ready to end this game.
He's tired. He wants to go to sleep, man.
He's like, I want to farm, but I got fucking Dawnbreaker on my team. He's just farming all the time. I have to do so much work.
Yeah, all the side lanes farms are just being eaten up by cops.
That Sanity. He really wants a battle here. No dagger on the Tuskar yet, unfortunately, so no real initiation other than just running in. And we've seen how that has worked out. AKA not too great.
I mean, he made the active option to go for the drums, right? Which is sort of that whole aura timing we were talking about, but yeah, apart from that, they don't actually have a really good way to start a fight. It's just Jewel on the initiation. Looking a bit like an IAP draft right now.
It's okay, they'll get there. They have a ball. All you need is Aegis and run back to the top tower. But Mongols, they know of the plan. Aegis I shall contest. Wing, says the gyrocopter. Amku ready to waveform in.
Insanity,
No
not
Ponyo.
spotted again. It's just the Enchantress for now. Will the rest of Kukuys reveal themselves? Armel onto the back line,
Then
bursting
Sanity's in
down
a
Kishka.
pretty precarious position.
Getting lassoed right now, but can they do enough damage into the BKB? He can just
He can
wind
just
up the
kite it, right?
Requiem. Yeah, he's gonna send them flying. Amku now being chased away and the TP out. They have the Shackle, they find him! Nicely done from King Bob! I mean, it cost them both their supports, but that was about as good as you could ask for. And now, the Roche is up in 15 seconds. I don't think this timing is gonna work out for Kukuys. They should just keep vision in this area and get that Roshan for themselves. I mean, they're walking away from the pit now, but surely you stick around.
I didn't really pay attention, but there was no Solar Guardian and Queen was kind of out of the fight pretty early, right? It felt like it was just SF left alone. Not too sure why. Ponyo went down, there's any kind of manned up. Nice lasso onto the SF, they kite the BKB and he just falls for free? Maybe they feel like he couldn't fight after BKB anyway, so they want to save him.
I'm not gonna criticize Armel. Nope.
He's fine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Atos? He's not fine.
Bushwhack, Solar Guardian though. With the Aghanims, it's looking fine for now. He should be able to blink out. He's still trying to bait them in. Last second blink out. Homing missile on his tail though. They see him.
Snowball?
Kishka looking for an angle. Do you have another Bushwhack? Snowball pulling him in. Can he escape though? The blink back to the right. He'll be fine. Jewel
Amku's
looking to
low.
be the target. But meanwhile, Amku very low. Dropping down to Ponyo, but able to turn around and do the damage. Impetus not going to be enough. Now Ponyo's being chased down as well. A bit of a loss there from Armel being caught initially. The Queen of Pain survives, but nobody else does.
Ooh, pain. Dawn out. Cox goes down. Nice play by Amku. Gets away with the Hurricane Pike from the Dawn, so seeing its purpose. Just making sure no one can really stick on him. This AC on JG as well. So much damage being poured in, and Mongolz, it feels like ever since that snowball top lane, Kukuys just have never come back from it.
Yeah, so the point I was trying to make about this Queen of Pain is on paper, you look at the KDA 10-0-3, Armel's had a perfect game. But at the same time, if you see what Armel is doing in these fights, a lot of times he's just going on maybe one support, Sonic waving and bursting,
Kishka
but he
Slayer.
can't actually join the rest of the fight. Like, he can't do anything else. And I feel like you just need a bit more from your mid laner right now, as they just get themselves a free lane, or at least just one of the racks in the
Insanity
mid lane.
really wants something here.
This is awkward though. Gonna try and commit onto
Oh,
Castaway,
then
but
Sanity's in
Insanity
trouble.
being found. He has a
Big
BKB
trouble.
able to turn around. Solar Guardian saving
Where you
him for now,
going,
but
brother?
Amku there trying to do the damage. Then Sanity punching away on this gyro. There's the waveform out with the Hurricane Pike. Nicely
JG's on
done.
him.
JG is still on his target here, being punched out into the sky. Has to
Yes,
watch the
blade
physical
mail.
damage coming on. They finish off
Oh my god, Blade
Armel
Mail.
finds the kill. They do kill the Insanity though. The Blade Mail reflecting the damage into the SF. The Queen of Pain is still around though. Amku desperately trying to escape. And will be able to waveform down to the low ground.
Dude, he has so much gold. Daedalus career, Daedalus recipe died on career, so no Daedalus yet. Amku just kind of saving gold. He's gonna have half his Satanic and the Daedalus soon.
I was complaining about Armel in that fight, but I think he just picked up the shard and was able to single out Bob. Bob doesn't have a single way of dispelling that continuous silence from the sonic boom, so really nicely done from Armel.
Yeah, Shurun's gonna be big for the Roche fight as well. Able to just kind of frontline. How do you deal with this queen? You don't really have damage right now. GG dead. A lot of issues sticking onto the queen as well. We talked about the lack of lockdown, right? You mentioned Lasso. They have Lasso Hoodwink, obviously, but is that enough when your corp has 3k HP and a shield rune? I don't think so.
Yeah, this co-op was a bit of a dip off in terms of what Armel could do in these fights, but I was wrong for criticizing him. Look at him now. So powerful, scaling up to become that really strong late game queen.
Really went from 10-0 to 11-0 after you said that.
What
My
a
man.
beast. My man,
Bankai.
stepping up. Who's doing it like him?
Alright, hold up. This is the fight. Can they get the kiting on SF? Oh, she's gonna die. SF's probably gonna get the Aegis for free here, but they walk in.
Kishka lands a nice bushwhack, but what is the follow-up? Beautiful sonic wave. Kishka gets blown up. JG on the front line trying to do what he can to the Insanity, but Castaway just getting clicked down. Amku can't join the fight, and Bob needs to watch himself. Dodges away from the Requiem and looks like it's escape. No way of canceling the TP. Ooh! Jewel almost knocked his socks off there with the with the punch, man.
And that fight was it really close? I don't know. I feel like Quap Shurun just kind of too strong. Obviously, it's really nice that Density had the Aegis and they just didn't really have an option to man up and fight anymore. I feel like they need some kind of Abyssal or... What's Ember got? Ember's kind of poor. Shiva's, Maelstrom,
Shiva's?
maybe Gleipnir Shard. There's a lot of armor being stacked up, right? They have ACs, they have Shiva, Solar, Greaves onto Kishka as well, so they understand what's going on. There's just a lot of physical damage being poured in, but Amku's just not at a point where he can man up against this yet. Especially with the Solar Guardian coming out, right? Like, that's the toughest part.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, we see these fights. Amku, he's always sort of trying to flat cannon from afar. He doesn't really want to fully commit because he knows that the second they start clicking him, he just doesn't have the bulk to stand up to that damage.
I don't like this Satanic as much as I would like the Daedalus. I feel like the way he's playing, he might as well build damage, right? He's not really like manning up. And without MKB, you can't really man up anyway because Solar Guardian kind of counters you.
True.
So, prefer to see Daedalus first. Not enough damage right now. Maybe Daedalus you even get kills with like just chains and hoodwink, kind of chaining off the attacks. Armel, another very strong rune, arcane rune. Unfortunately, we will not find anyone in the top side. Mongolz just kind of holding their high ground.
Game's been pretty even so far. Feels like it's just been swinging back and forth. Mongolz and Kukuys. One last chance at qualification for Raleigh here, like we said. Long day for both. This ages, Kukuys, they're the ones in control. Feels like the fights are so easy for Armel to play as well. He can just jump in and the amount of damage he does, whew. Mongol's got to be careful.
Sanity has the Silver Edge now, so a punch from Jewel and a Silver Edge hit could mean anyone's death. Need to be very careful here on Mongolz.
Ooh, the Gyro Courier are gonna get picked off.
I know the Daedalus.
Oh, manages
Nice
to get
micro.
out. Nicely done. The micro there.
It doesn't buy anything though.
I think
They're
he
so
just
far
wanted to
away
pocket
from
there,
it.
right?
Yeah, he's so far away from it. Oh, they see Kishka. Can they get Bob instead though? Jewel can change the stance.
No way. Oh, I thought Jewel was just gonna fly in there with a punch.
He's flying in indeed. I don't know about this one.
Nice bushwhack onto 2. This might not be the fight that you're looking for. Jump onto the backlines. Armel, huge scream onto 3 and Sonic Wave as well. Getting collapsed upon Jewel does go down though. Bob trying to play around the fight, but getting
silence from
silenced
Armel.
up now. And Armel gets his counterpart up to the high ground. Do you blink in for the commitment? You can't. Buyback now on Jewel. They want to take this fight. JG on the sidelines, a bit too hard to kill for now, though.
Insanity is
And
still really strong
he's
here.
still trying to find a way to enter this fight. The Insanity very strong, but
no.
with the lasso, the control is there. He's in a very
They
awkward
need
position.
to help him. No BKB.
No Solar Guardian, they need to bail him out, but he's on the
no,
high
the flame
ground,
break.
winding up the Requiem, chasing him away. He's in a perfect position, and Amel screams them all down. Oh, this Queen of Pain, it took a while for him to wind up, but he is here to play now. Oh, the tips come through.
Armel got 16.
Armel Chief. Up to the high ground.
with his queen.
Absolutely not. Thought that this Bob Ember would be able to get some stuff done, but it's been a more quiet game from Bob than usual. One or two decent moments, but I mean, really, Mongolz, the only reason why they're in this game is because Kukuys kind of gave them a few chances with some of these fights. But now, with their full set of items, looking to move forward in this close qualifiers, looking to take the top 3 spot, punch up in the air, Castaway is down, that's your captain. Buyback available, you have to pop it now. What can Bob do? It's not enough damage between him alone. Armel gonna jump forward again. They're not scared of the thing.
wanna
Ancient
end.
under threat. Solar Guardian interrupted. But it's not gonna matter. The Ancient's gonna fall. And Kukuys again and again. This team in close qualifiers continue to upset some of these signed organizations. We'll have to say goodbye to Mongolz as Kukuys get their 3rd series win of the day.
The queen is